Hey guys, welcome to Q&A Thursday. I wasn't quite sure how quick
was
after
that?
the new intro.
That's our new lights.
Yes.
That was sweet.
Yeah.
I liked that. It was
Very nice.
electric. I was like, what
I
is
suspect
this
our
thing?
Tim has a lot of fun
wonderful
making these.
graphic designer Tim behind there. When I say graphic designer, I mean he's designed the motion graphics. Very cool stuff. So yeah, thank you.
That was like an
Pretty neat.
experience.
Yeah.
I kind of just want to vibe next to that opening
Yeah.
for a while.
Yeah, just hang out.
So I suppose we should address the elephant in the room. No, you're not an elephant. I'm sorry, but
wow,
we
that
have
was really
Andrew
nice.
here
Very
from
nice.
Koch Chemie. Great intro. I know I'm really good at this. So welcome to the program. You've been on here before a few times, but it's always
He's
good
a
to have
regular
you.
now. He knows how this thing
it.
works,
Yeah.
right?
He knows how it works.
have a
Now
little
you're
fun.
probably wondering about. Well, there's boxes, bottles, other things going on. What's this all about, guys?
Well, I'm glad you asked, Dane, because I wanted to kick it off. Tell people what's in this box. But first, Anthony,
Yeah.
I need you to open up that Pepsi throwback fridge, courtesy of our friends from New Air.
And
If
Pepsi.
you could,
and Pepsi.
of course. The products actually in it are from. Guys, we got a restock, so we got all kinds of beverages in there.
Enjoying
doesn't
some
feel
things. So,
stilted
Levi,
at
I am
all.
also craving something out of the Pepsi throwback fridge. But
what are
my
you gonna
question to you is, what am I craving? Am I craving perhaps a Mountain Dew Zero Sugar, a Mountain Dew Major Melon Zero Sugar, a Pepsi Max, a Diet Pepsi,
Or a Rockstar.
or a Rockstar? What am I
Diet
craving?
Rockstar.
What do you think?
Well, you already had a Diet Rockstar this morning.
I did, and so I'm already caffeinated. I just want something crisp.
I'm going to say get yourself a little Pepsi Zero.
Ooh, Pepsi Max, maybe.
Well, yep.
Okay, I
I think
can
that's going to
definitely
be.
do that. What are you in
still
the
going to
mood
give
for?
you the bump that you need, but you're not going to have too much. You're not
Okay.
going to have a heart attack. That's diet. Yeah,
Noted.
It's a black lid.
It's close.
Black lid?
Well,
They're down where that other Diet Pepsi
so much
is.
for that restock.
It's right
Sorry.
there. It's right there.
Oh my!
That bottom
goodness.
row.
This one.
There you go.
Got
Look
it.
at
Right, what
you.
can I
You
get
got
you,
it.
Levi?
I think what I'm going to go for is that there should be a Miami Cola Bang.
Oh.
Wouldn't be a Thursday
Wow.
without a fresh Miami Cola. Oh, gosh.
That was an accident.
You just totally spilled
Wow.
my
Dane,
drink.
Anything?
Andrew,
I'm
would you
good
like
if
a
that's how
beverage?
you're handing them out. Thank you. I've got a little.
I've been watching a lot of that movie. I believe what's it called with the bartender in it?
Cocktails.
Cocktail. Yeah.
Tom Cruise.
Yeah, classic.
I'm not as good as him at flipping these bottles.
You're not as good.
What you can't see behind the boxes, there are like obstacles.
He's
It's like
got a knife.
chicane
There's
back
a
here.
knife there.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
That's
So
what you can.
Who's it from?
this came from a friend of the program, Alex Duas,
Oh, yes.
a friend up north in Lethbridge, Alberta, Canada. He sent us this thing. I don't know what it is.
Let's go ahead and open it up.
It's a box. We don't
Oh,
know
yeah,
what's
I
in
have
it.
He
no
said to
idea.
open it that way, over by you.
This way?
So,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
It says open this
Well,
side.
okay, there's apparently instructions and
It's written right
everything.
there, Dane. You can see it on the box.
Oh, it's
open
written
on this
on the
end.
box. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we really have no idea what's in here, and so
For the sake of hazard, why don't you slip that blade in just a little bit more so it's not sticking out, just
Could've
in
popped my
case somebody
soda.
has a little
Good idea.
whoopsie.
It's a good
Yeah.
idea.
Dane. We're not about.
What can
okay,
I
hold
say?
on.
I was a safety guy.
Feel free to show gifts on the podcast or Q&A. You want to go ahead and take that, Dane?
Okay.
Hand that
Feel
to
free
you.
to show the
Oh
gifts
my
on
God.
the podcast or Q&A. All right.
This is gonna be
Well,
good.
This is a
you wanna read
ransom
that?
note,
Oh.
it appears. Not sure who's been taken, but we'll see. Anthony Dane Levi, written March 8th, 2021.
That's how you know
so
it's
10
fresh.
days ago. Thank you for everything you guys do. I have followed the podcast since episode 1.
Dedication.
The education you provide is invaluable. It has allowed me to improve my skills and share it with others. The detailing family is very small, and I'm very happy to have met and gotten to know so many of them. Being selected as a Q1 2021 Grand Ambassador was very exciting and humbling experience. I'm forever grateful. Q1 2021 GB and podcast superfan Alex Dwar, a.k.a. Bucky VW.
Wow, what a great. That's
Very
great,
nice.
man.
What a
Kind.
lovely,
That was
lovely
really
letter
sweet.
there.
So
That was awesome.
Okay,
All right.
we
Bucky,
gotta
we couldn't
find out
do
what's
this
in here
without
now.
you, brother. That's people listen to this. Otherwise, it'd just be four dudes in a room
Yeah,
talking
I
to
don't think
themselves.
I mean,
Jeff
it
would
is
let us
that
continue
too,
to do
but-
this.
Okay.
So I'm feeling something pretty good here. So, oh my gosh, a
Wow.
combination.
Hold on. Are they already open?
No, I wish. No, he probably.
Wow.
He
Oh,
probably
he
High
wants
shoes.
you- he wants
Hold
you
on.
to do
What's
it.
all in there?
Okay.
High shoes.
Whoa.
Haribos.
Oh, boy.
We got some good stuff. Okay, hold on. There's more too.
He
They
wants
make
to
a room
I
here.
got,
out.
I got high choose Dane.
Oh, high choose.
I
What's
have.
this?
Are there just notes on
Whatever
everything?
the heck
Yeah.
this
there's
is.
notes on
Wow.
everything.
I have Smarties. Yep, I have Smarties.
Share these before or after the UK cut, but not during.
okay.
What the heck? Hold on.
Everybody knows high
Anthony,
shoes are our great SEMA snacks.
Anthony, open slightly. Set an alarm 6 months from now.
That's great.
Oh, man.
Oh my gosh, these are gonna be great after these stale out a little bit. You know.
So for those who have no clue what's going on, a lot of these are inside jokes, but if you
Yeah.
listen to all our shows, you will know what this
Well,
is
and
all
as
about.
a fan from the first episode,
hold on.
That's right.
he's been able to
I
come
have, like,
along.
banners in here.
Oh, that's the Dane.
Holy-
That's a Dane.
Dane.
That's a Dane.
That is yours.
What? Okay. Let's see.
Ooh, Canadian Air. Very
Oh
nice.
yeah, delicious Canadian air. Oh, it's taped. Here we
This
go.
one's mine.
Slip it out that way, I guess. I'm just gonna throw that on the ground. Sorry, guys. Let's see. Oh my! What is happening?
You want me to hold the other side there, Dane?
Oh
There you
my!
go.
Oh my!
Podcast Cars Microfiber. Hello, and welcome.
Wow. That is
You can hang it on the walls because it
Wow.
matches.
Wow!
It's pretty thoughtful.
That is
That's-
pretty thoughtful.
Wow. You've outdone yourself. That is truly, that's amazing. Oh God.
Wow.
Thank you so much. That is,
And the wood too.
that is.
Notice the detail.
Yeah.
All right, Levi, you're next.
Wow.
I'll save mine.
And now, oh boy, there's
Finally
gonna
got
probably
mine
be like
open.
a Suburban and a Elantra on yours.
I'm excited. Very
Maybe
excited.
some like metalworking stuff, some forge
Ooh, look.
stuff.
There's me.
Okay, yes.
There's me.
Oh yeah, we'll just kind of
You guys ready for this?
It's Pepsi. It's MOSHQ.
Master of Shine.
Now that's a shop.
That's going to MOSHQ.
This is great. Look at that. Oh,
Oh
wow.
man,
Dude.
Okay, all right.
And it's
so,
gravel, even better.
Oh wow.
all right, so I need
Okay.
somebody to.
Oh,
Here we
Andrew
go.
can grab that
complete,
side.
Start
to
kind of-
complete the
Ooh.
circus,
Just hold this.
I will hold the
Rehold
corners
the
here
edge.
temporarily.
What does that seed say?
Tony's Wings and Berries, the boss of sauce. Pick them and dip them.
Oh man! And then the number is 55 sauce. Oh,
That is
wow!
That's amazing.
Okay,
Those
so
are
just
so
for the
good.
sake of the thumbnail, I want us all holding these up in just a joint.
That is-
Okay.
Wow, that is
At the
amazing.
bottom there. Holy cow! That's amazing.
Oh, I love
Thank
it.
you, Alex. This is nuts.
Alex, this is amazing.
That's too cool. Okay,
Tony's
I will
Wings
roll
and
these up.
Berries.
Sorry, Andrew, you're just kind of stuck
Hey,
in the
no,
middle of this.
I love it.
But it's fun, to see people care
this
that
is
much. Like that
hilarious.
really.
That's very cool. And like I said, very thoughtful.
That's
Quite,
heartwarming. That's
quite
what that
thought
is. That's
out.
wholesome.
Quite thought out.
I'll find a spot in my garage to hang that up.
I'm definitely hanging this up in my garage. Nobody will
I'm
understand.
gonna put that in
but
my
I will,
kitchen
and
or
that's what
my
matters.
garage dip, my garage wing project, depending on how it all goes.
Just
feel like
hang
it
it
was-
in your kitchen. I'm sure Katie won't mind it all.
No, she won't.
I feel like it was open in the right order too.
Yeah,
that
it
was
was.
that was
That
a
was-
good one
that
to
was
end on
great.
there.
Thumbtack it. That was perfect.
That was
Set that
awesome,
there.
man.
All right. Holy cow. Okay, we got some questions.
Good stuff.
to get to. I
Okay.
think.
Well, we started off here.
Let
So,
me-
ladies and gentlemen, like we said, Andrew's in the house from Koch Chemie, so
Yes.
please add some Koch questions, and Andrew will give you some answers. So,
Okay.
all right, Landon's Auto Detailing saying, hey guys, hope you're all having a good day. Hoping to make a huge TRC order this weekend. Can't wait. What do you guys think about using an airless paint sprayer to rinse a car with to save water? Anthony.
seen-
Yes,
Yeah.
you can do that, and it does actually work surprisingly well. So I recommend. I wouldn't do a soap and water wash, but for an O&R wash, the airless paint sprayer does put out a decent amount of pressure, and a little goes a long way with it. And so when you're using something as good as O&R, it's kind of like it's a pressurized O&R.
Yeah.
What more could you want? So
Yeah.
it's a good stuff. So
Wasn't there a time where we used it with like a kiddie pool full of water and we like displaced it that way?
Dane,
or am I
no,
imagining that?
That was neither of us were part
I
of
feel
that.
like in Bart's studio there was a kiddie pool full of water
Dean's-
and we used it.
I think
that was not at
Paint
work at all.
sprayer.
No,
think
none
that
of
was
us.
you, Dane.
Okay.
I think
so
that
it's
was
just me.
I think that was
Okay.
one of your other adventures. with
We're
your-
not saying that it wasn't at Bart's studio.
This
but
was
we're
during
saying
daylight
me and
hours.
Levi were
Yeah,
not
it's just-
involved
we
in
were
that.
not
It might have
there
been his
for
old
that.
office. What his office is now.
This was a
Is that
daylight
what you
hours
did in there
activity.
before was
It might have
before
been
it was
Dane's
an
old.
office?
Anyway,
Yeah.
Dan Pfeiffer here.
All right, big word up. Good afternoon, and word up from Minnesota, USA. Got my first TRC order, and the GSF is really good. I hope you all have a great Friday Eve. Thanks, man. Brent Hill. Shout out from Hill Detail Works in Dallas. Another week, another car, another show to help pass the time. Loving all the Koch products I've tried so far. Thanks, Andrew.
Nice, very good.
Thanks, Brent.
Thank you, Brent. Roy Gavin, greetings from the center of the universe, Cork, Ireland. I've noticed that my windscreen's fogging up more since I've been cleaning it with G-Technics Perfect Glass. Is there anything you'd recommend? Thanks.
Fogging up more.
Honestly, it might just be that there's probably something damp in your car. I wouldn't
because there's nothing in perfect glass that would cause
If
that
it's
to
the
fog,
inside, yeah,
that
definitely.
Yeah.
would fog
Have
up
to be.
more
might
necessarily.
the
So there's got to be
moisture be
something
coming
inside, or it could be something that has to do with the weather.
It could be
the
wet carpet
humidity.
underneath the mats that you don't realize.
Yeah,
are
there's
causing
a
it
lot
to
of
do that.
things, but I wouldn't try. And if you think it's happening because of perfect glass, try different glass cleaner.
Yeah.
See what happens.
The other thing, I'd take all your mats out, and if you have rubber mats, take them out. Run the heat if you're driving around to run errands. Run your heat on the floor, and try and lift up your mats a little bit, because a lot of people don't realize they'll get some liquid spilled on their carpet, or in this case, like Augie the other day, knocked over a soda in the back of the Suburban. Soda on the floor, right? It traveled under the mat,
Yeah.
and then it traveled to its lowest point on the floor. But as much as I tried to sop all that up, I still had to take the mat out, because the weight of that mat, even though I put towels down and all that stuff, that weight of that rubber traps that liquid, and it starts to condense, and then that causes moisture in the vehicle. Even though if you think you got everything, that spot underneath that mat could still be wet and still continually causing your fogging. So pull all those out, run them. If you have a garage, honestly, put it in your garage on a Saturday afternoon, crack the door open and turn the car on and let the heat run, or run it in your driveway. Obviously be safe about it, but run the heat. Just run the heat for a bit and let the carpet kind of dry out a little more. So try that too. So Pachanga Mondo.
Yeah.
Good morning. Good morning, man.
Followed by Sleepy.
Oh, now he's going back to sleep. All right. And Bait Addict saying, sup, KCX Baiters. What's up, dude?
No show's complete without.
All right. So, Bait Addict saying, I went on the TRC website to see the new chenille mitts. It looks like the same description from before. Could that be updated? I wanted to know the blend, updated country of origin, and what yarn it's using. So, here's the deal. They're still made in China. They are manufactured by our new factory. So the red, the green, and the blue are much nicer, much thicker. We have a better lining inside. Now,
Much better lining. Yeah.
mind you, the old chenille mitts were great. They were just a little delicate.
Yeah.
The new ones we had more problems with people just them falling apart because they weren't as hardy. They were too delicate.
These new ones feel more
The new ones are
dense.
much more hardy. And if you feel like the difference between the Cyclone, we made it strong. We needed it to be tough because it had to hold a lot of water. The chenilles don't necessarily need to hold a lot of water. They need to be able to rinse freely. The problem was people were taking their pressure washers to them and spraying them off. And the pressure washers were cutting and breaking and splitting stuff. So the new chenille mitts are much thicker, much girthier. They're thicker, stronger.
And what my biggest takeaway from those was, because I use those primarily for rinseless washing. I mean, that is my go-to for rinseless.
Yeah.
And so what I would typically do is I would have either one or two of our old chenille mitts in a bucket, and just kind of use them as needed. Now with this new chenille mitt, basically because of the actual little dreadlocks, right? If you want to call them that, there is more dreadlock coverage per that surface. So what I mean by this is that on the old mitt, when those locks would fall in either one direction,
you could see the lining.
You could still see the lining, and there would be a potential, possibility that lining could touch the car. That lining is still microfiber. It's not going to necessarily damage the car, but it's that kind of sense that you want as much plushness and you want as much pile there to prevent uneven pressure points. So what this new mitt does is it actually reduces that because of the larger little dreadlocks. And it feels substantially softer straight out of the wash. Whether it's new or out of the wash, it feels nicer. And then the lining is upgraded. And it's honestly, it's something that we probably should have done a year or 2 years ago.
Yeah.
But we finally got around to it.
Yeah, and it's also one of those things, we're always constantly improving stuff, and sometimes we don't tell you guys.
Yeah.
When in terms of the mitts, we upgraded them, and then we added a different color, which caused everybody to go, oh, wait, what?
Something's different.
What's happening? But it could have, if we wouldn't have added that color, most people probably wouldn't have thought anything of it, which is kind of why we didn't write a lot of the different. The blend is the same. The country of origin is the same. The difference is we've created better stitching, a better liner, more coverage, thicker.
It wouldn't even have been
so
worth It wouldn't have been worth posting about if I didn't feel like it was a good upgrade. That's the reason why we put it out there on social media in the first
because
place.
It is actually.
I felt like it was that good of an upgrade to say, hey, at least we're here at this point now, which is much better than where we were previously. That's why we did it.
And once again, it's evolution, not revolution. So you're going to see those improvements like that. But it's also just like when we had the Gauntlet drying towel and we did the V2 and everybody's like, oh my God, what changed? Everything changed. It's like, hold on, there are a few key differences, but it's still the same towel. If you like the first one, you'll like the second one.
Yep.
It's just those
Dabbler
points.
Details says, hey fellas, National Hangover Day. Is it really?
Happy?
Oh, it is. Yeah, it makes sense.
guess so.
Yeah.
St. Patrick's
How
Day.
drunk did you get last night?
Not at all.
Me neither.
Literally didn't even have one sip of alcohol. Dane, did you?
I had a Truly. That's as far as I went.
Ooh, you got
what
rowdy.
flavor? Lime?
It was, trying to remember if it was like cherry or something. Yeah.
I had chicken and rice.
Oh, I had corned beef and cabbage
Oh, okay.
and carrots.
Well,
I will say, though,
potatoes.
the Home to Suites by Hilton was packed
Oh,
was it?
yesterday. Yes.
Wow.
Lots of activity. Leprechauns walking around the lobby.
What? Oh,
Yeah.
my goodness.
okay.
So
Yeah,
it was,
you gotta capture those as fast as you possibly can.
I
it was
should have.
interesting.
Wow.
My family built traps. My house was literally a plethora of traps to capture said leprechauns.
Yeah, you gotta get a giant human net for those situations.
Probably
depending on
what
the
I
size of
should
leprechaun.
Yeah, should have done that.
But yeah, no, they were.
They will try to
almost
trick you out
fully
of
booked.
getting caught too. All right, so we have a Bait Addict coming in here. Says, Andrew, was there any specific product from G-Technic you really enjoyed using? Hope you're allowed to answer that. Well, of course, Bait has to ask the hardest questions. Otherwise, he wouldn't.
They
wouldn't
like
be
the
Bait
challenge.
addict.
They just want to
that's
see
right.
people sweat.
Yeah, no, I mean, look, it's at the end of the day, as I've been very blunt about in the past, I'm not a detailer. I haven't had a business like a lot of you guys, but I did spend 3 years there, and at the end of the day, there's a lot of good product. As far as what I would use, because I'm not a detailer and I like things that are easy and lazy, C2 is a great product.
Yeah.
Yep.
And of course, G-Wash, things like that. I'm a GSF lover now, but
Yeah.
but yeah, no, at the end of the day, it's
I think
it's fine.
C2V3 is one of the best points of getting into understanding
Yeah.
the surface technology that G-Technic has. It's kind of
Yeah.
the good mixture between like professional and consumer, to where basically for the professionals, they have an idea in terms of like, what they're getting into with the coatings. And I think for the consumer, it's an idea what they're getting into at a very high-end sealant for what they
Exactly.
could
Yeah.
use. So it's pretty nice. Johnny Pedro says that GSF, men, why don't all products smell like that? It would be a much more pleasant.
Good question. It's a good question. All we can do is try.
There you go.
Yeah.
Ken, I
Ken
made it on
saying you made
time.
it. And then somebody named Michael Werkheiser
I know
saying
that last
hi.
Just saying hi.
And Bait Addict, does KCX have any products that are rust inhibitors? An additive that can be used with GSF or something of the sort?
Yeah, so this would be kind of the unfortunate answer that's common quite a bit for us, which is not yet. We make everything that you could possibly imagine under the sun, from tunnel to everyday detail to body everything you could imagine we make. So yes, the answer is yes, we do. I would say that the closest thing to that we would have in the foreseeable future would be RRR, which is reactive rust remover. Very, very similar. It's not necessarily an inhibitor, I would say, but that would be the closest thing. Very similar, like a magic wheel cleaner. It's going to do all the same things, just more fluid. It's more fluid instead of more gel-like, if you will.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we got John here.
Good afternoon, TRC. I just bought my second mystery box last night.
Heck yeah, man.
Nice.
Followed by Future Prison.
Happy Friday or Friday Eve,
Ah, of course.
because he's in the future.
That's right. He lives in the future, hence his name.
Sean saying, I just bought Koch Chemie's Fine Cut 6.0, Microcut 3.02. Any experiences with BMW San Marino Blue Metallic? New car with factory dealer scratches and swirls. Thanks, TGC Gang. GSF is sold out in Canada. TRC Gang. Yeah, so both those are going to work great. Your BMW San Marino Blue Metallic, totally fine. No need to worry about any of that.
Yep.
You'll be just fine. You may find that you might not even need Fine Cut. You'll probably just use Microcut.
Yeah, probably just Microcut.
That's
I was
right.
going to say,
Yeah.
yeah.
Andrew, sorry, not Andrew.
Alex
Duar.
He's
Sorry, I was
the
reading up further here. So we got Alex Duar says, "Happy Friday, you guys. Hey, Andrew,
Hey,
new
man.
intro is sick. Have a great day."
It is?
What new intro?
The one that he just
The
played.
one that you were commenting on when
you
we
were
started.
talking
It was
about
like the
to
thing
hang
you
out
were
with
most
us.
preoccupied
I thought he was referring to like a Coach Chemie intro. I was saying that is sick.
No,
But that intro was sick
Yeah,
for
that's what
sure.
he's
No, he's
talking
being
about.
quick and to the point. on
Alex,
multiple-
thank you so much,
This,
dude.
this is Alex
stuff's
20
awesome.
minutes ago, so this is before
I
he
hope
saw
he enjoyed
all
our
that
unboxing.
happened.
Do you think he did?
I think he did. I'm sure he did. Back to Landon's.
With the hard-hitting questions. Are the free stickers still free if I order 10 of them? Lol. No.
No, that's one free.
Yeah, you get one
That's
free,
how it's always
and then
been.
the others you have to buy. So you have to
Correct.
put them in your cart.
Yeah.
But we'll sell you 10 of them if you want.
But hey, that's one more free than you would get otherwise. And then
Mario.
I got Mario.
We love Koch Chemie here in Europe. I'm happy that also USA now can get their hands on the Casey
too.
product line. Thanks,
Yep.
Marios.
Me too.
Johnny.
Foaming with Auto Shampoo and Green Star is safe for a little too much.
Are we referring to a specific auto shampoo?
Yeah. If you're doing the GSF and Green Star, you're safe. If you're doing something like Active Foam and Green Star, if you're in another country,
That's where it's
a little much.
actually, like,
kind of
Yeah,
way.
redundant, but
yeah.
GSF and Green Star is the most you're probably going to want to go if you were going to continually do that as a maintenance, decon once a month if you wanted to do that. But it's for the most cars that are protected, it's going to be overkill. You don't need to always be doing that. So I would just say, that would be as far as I would go.
Yeah.
If you want to see us foam Green Star, you can watch yesterday's video. That we
But
had,
it's the same. It's the
Patrick's
same
Day
question
special.
of like, should I use a Decon soap with every wash? No, there's no reason to use
You don't
Decon
need
soap
to.
with every wash. You could just use if you're washing once a week, how many times do you have to use a Decon soap
Yeah,
or
right.
a high alkaline Decon soap? You don't.
Yeah.
So,
right.
Dabber
Yeah,
Details
safely.
says,
Say
ha
it.
ha ha, nice Bucky.
Oh,
Nice.
of course.
Dave Morrow, good day, boys from Australia.
Hey.
How's the I'm cut going? I'm down 4 kilograms. I think he means the UK cut.
Yeah.
And he's down 4 whole kilograms, which I don't know what that converts to. I think it's 2 pounds.
He just
Anyways,
says, "I'm
how is it
cutting,"
going,
I'm
though?
thinking, I hope he heals.
It's going okay. Anthony, you're losing some weight. Dane's losing some weight. I'm losing some weight. None of us are near able to catch up to Gabe. But
No, he is well ahead of us.
Well,
he's at 18 total lost.
He's been working a lot harder
We're
than
slowly
us.
but
Yeah.
too.
surely we're getting sabotaged daily though.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It is tough.
It's very tough.
They-
Yesterday, a whole 2 boxes of chip cookies
Chip
arrived.
cookies.
Hot, warm, ready.
St. Patrick's Day
That's
special
not cheap.
edition
That's like
chip
30
cookies.
bucks
Yeah.
in
It
cookies.
was literally,
Yeah.
it
And
was
he's just
literally a
doing it to
a Lucky
sabotage.
Charms marshmallow cookie.
And then on Friday, Domino's and donuts.
Yeah.
It's all sabotage.
And then today somebody brought me Fiesta chicken.
Yeah, they
and
brought you a
guys
big,
know
huge burrito that's
I
the size
can't
of a
say no
small
to
baby.
Fiesta
It's part of the
chicken.
plan, I
Well,
guess.
Part of
I
a
can't.
newborn child.
It is. I treat that burrito like a newborn child.
Well,
I
You were
weep-
holding it like
I
that when you
weep
walked
for
in the
that
door.
burrito.
Yeah.
Mountain Town Detail simply
There he
saying,
is.
"That's
Cradle
awesome,"
it.
in reference to the box we were opening.
Yeah.
And Dave again.
Question: I am ceramic coating a car next week with CSL, but it had turtle wax seal and shine applied 2 weeks ago. What's the best way to prep and get rid of seal shine before applying CSL? Any type of all-purpose cleaner, degreaser.
I don't know,
just
man.
spray it
Seal and
down.
shine. That's a freak of a product.
It's super strong. You're gonna have to
might polish it.
you
might be
maybe
faster. Might be
but
faster.
do know that you do need to use. I'd probably recommend Power Clean. Honestly, pick up some Power Clean, dilute it 3 to
It's only
1,
2 weeks.
foam it on the surface, and you should be able to break the seal and shine as long as you're using. It has to be optimum Power Clean at 3 to 1.
And honestly, if you're just applying CSL, you're gonna have to use panel wipe anyways.
Yeah.
And panel wipe,
It's true serum.
yeah, it messes some stuff up. So I think it'll take off
It's
whatever's
hardcore.
left of that. If
I
that-
think those two combined will be just fine.
Okay,
William Quintana, the Rupes DA fine foam pads on TRC say they're 6-inch pads. Does that mean they're 6 inches at the backing plate or at the surface of the foam? Backing plate.
Yep.
Good question, though.
Same for
Yeah.
us. Same for us.
Yep, and the same with the Koch pads because they flare.
Right.
So
Pedro Carrillo says GSF is the cat's pajamas. So question for you, Andrew. At this point in time, would you say that people like GSF?
No.
Okay, that's
beyond
right.
love.
Okay.
they
so
love
it's
it.
a
Some
It leaves
people
an
want to
impression.
marry it, which is very strange because it's an inanimate object.
So,
Yeah.
which is great, right? Because I know everybody was really hesitant on new soap. But remember when we pulled it in, and I said that this smell is intoxicating. It is not only does it smell great, but it's just an amazing
Yeah,
shampoo.
it just looks nice, feels nice.
It was a hard sell at first from us because we're trying to say, hey guys, this is really good. Well, I already have a gallon of, McGuire's Gold Class that I have to get rid of. Or they say, well, I picked up the wash and gloss from CG.
Yeah,
and
name
I got
any foaming soap,
I
and
have a
people are
lot
like,
of
I've
soap.
seen it all. I don't need
so they have
more.
to. So and I get that. So that's why I'm like, well, no rush. But whenever you try it, you try it. But I'm happy to see these people I can see the conversion happening, and
Yeah.
it's good. And it
Because
makes
they
me
get it in their
excited.
hands and they realize, oh, that actually is a little different than what I'm used
Well,
to.
and then
Okay.
Matt also was a big help too, because
Yeah.
Matt's backing
Yeah.
says, "Oh, those rag company guys, I guess they do know what they're talking about."
yeah, and
he says it and people listen. We say it and they have to wait for someone else to say it first before they
Right.
It's
Yeah.
fun when
take
we
our
say
word
it and
for
nobody
it.
listens to us. And then Matt goes, those rag company guys were right. And then everybody's like,
So Matt
Matt's
said, and then we're all
Matt's
just
right.
like,
Matt did this.
yeah, but Matt said that we were right.
But no,
Doesn't
Matt.
matter.
It was Matt that
Yeah.
did everything. And
Yeah,
we said,
the
that's
whole time I
fine.
didn't care who was right. As long as
you
Yeah.
can say we're salty.
Yeah.
We're friends. It's
Yeah.
all right.
Alex says they showed up at the perfect time. Oh my gosh, so excited.
It was perfect timing, Alex. You could have. That was like the best timing.
Okay. Then, where did we go? Oh, that is the top of that.
Yeah.
I guess we're on to page 2. Okay. You guys enjoying your stimmies? Asks William.
So yes, we just I think all three of us received ours.
Yep.
So
Well, we got some stuff in the works that may potentially.
Mine came to my bank account. Where'd yours go?
It's in my bank account right now.
Anthony, where'd yours go?
Mine went to my wife. I don't know how.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell. Who is get? Well, how did that work?
I don't know.
Well, you're
I
married.
literally- I said,
You have
man,
a
I'm
joint
like, man, I
account.
didn't give my money, and she says, oh no, I got it. And I said, are you sure? She's like, yeah. She's like, I got it. Don't worry about it.
That's going into savings.
Don't
Stop
worry about
thinking
it.
about car
I
parts.
said, I need to have that so I can still go stimulate the economy. I need to go buy some things.
Right. Yeah.
And she said, yeah, no, that's not going to happen. So,
Yeah.
but she did say, I
get-
can go.
you get
fill-
$100.
She said I can go fill up my gas tank, which was pretty nice. Right?
That is really nice of
I
her.
was pretty stoked about
Yeah.
that. She said I could go get a bag of gummies to set out for the next 6 months.
Wow.
Not even two, though.
Generous.
And what did you do with the
And-
other
Generous.
$1,300?
And she said that we might be able to go out to like a $5 movie night soon. So I
Awesome.
guess you could say
Okay.
life's pretty good for me.
Think about the
Full
great
tank of
things.
gas.
you
It's
know?
called a stimulus,
When I
not a
was raised,
savulus.
the way I was raised, one of the best things that my dad used to do, he'd always talk about it. It was a dream of his.
Yeah.
To one day, he goes, I can't wait till I win the lottery. First thing I'm doing, filling all the cars up with gas.
Wow.
He goes,
Oh, man.
each of them, premium unleaded.
That's good.
And, he'd
then
talk about it.
He
all the-
forgets, doesn't drive it
No.
for a few months, and you have old gas.
No, he would talk about that all the time, and he was doing that as a joke because my mom actually seriously thought that was like she was that. My mom's kind of gullible, but it was kind of that was his like little button push because she's like, no, we would help. We would fix up the house, or we would do this with it. We'd go on vacation, or we'd get
Nope,
the kids college.
definitely
going. And my
gasoline.
dad's like, no, I'm taking that Suburban of ours. It's got 2 tanks. I'm going to fill that puppy up to the top.
Oh, man.
It's going to be 50 gallons of fuel. Like, he's like, it's going to be so sweet when I go out there. And she would, it was like agitate her. Like, she would get
Yeah.
really stressed out about it.
no.
But that was what my dad would always do.
Well,
like, I want to
but
fill them all up.
Think
like,
about it, right? You get your
understandable.
first job as a kid, right?
Yeah.
The most exciting thing ever is when because your parents would typically tell you, "Hey, you need to take your paycheck and go fill up your gas tank.
Yeah,
Make
go
sure
put
your
gas in your
tank's
own
always
car."
full, right?" And there is no better feeling than filling up that gas tank and being like,
Yeah.
"Well, I'm rich."
So
And,
I didn't actually
you know.
feel that till I was 18, and I had a car with a small enough tank. Because the car I got to drive was my dad's 73
so that's
three-quarter
where you
ton
went wrong.
4x4 Chevy
Yeah.
that had 2 tanks, 2 50-gallon saddle tanks,
Yeah.
which meant when I put $5 in, it barely registered on the needle and on one tank.
See, Levi.
And so I remember thinking that, man, now I know why he always said he couldn't wait for the lottery because he had 100 gallons he needed to fill in that truck.
Fred Meyer rewards, right?
do that.
Or
I
what's,
do
what's
that.
What's it called? It's
Yeah,
called
it's Fred Meyer's-
fries or
yeah.
fries rewards.
No, it's
right?
Fred
Fuel
Meyer's rewards.
Fries is no more, and I'm
And
very
no,
sad about
it's
it.
Fries is also Fred Meyer's now.
Yeah.
In other
What?
states, yes, it's strange.
Yeah, the Kroger bottom.
Anyways, or Kroger or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Kroger rewards, right? When
Yeah.
I was a kid, my mom said, "Well, since we shop at Fred Meyer, you can use
Yeah.
the gas card, right?"
Yeah.
And I would go. It would cost like $1.90 or $2.10,
Yeah,
whatever it
yeah.
was, a gallon, whatever it was. Fill up that Honda Civic for all of I think it was like $21.
Oh, man, the glory days.
And they'd go pull up to my friend's house. They said, "Hey, you guys want to go drive around for like 3 weeks?" on one tank? And they're like, "Yeah, sure."
We don't have anything to do.
Like, where do you want to go? We could drive literally anywhere because it's on the Civic.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
So, that I wish I could have killed for that.
It was nice.
And I would have had more money in my pocket.
It was all fun until they said, "Hey, dude, it's hot. It's like 100 degrees. Can we turn on the AC?" I'm like, slap your hand. I'm like, "You're gonna cut our gas mileage. You're double. Yeah, you're gonna cut it in half."
You got money
outta
to pay
here.
for this? Like,
Yeah.
that's
You
what
know
you're
how you
asking.
fix
Yeah.
that? You don't drive an old Honda.
Yep.
Shame.
William Katana saying, Levi, I heard you say that O&R is the kind for cleaning fabrics and carpets, but I cannot find a single video tutorial on how to do this. Can you give us a simple rundown? Yeah, you literally take O&R, put it in a
256
bucket,
to 1.
256 to 1, half an ounce per gallon, and then you just fill up your sprayers with it. You spray it on your fabrics,
That's
and
it.
you scrub it with a brush
That's
Or
all
a
there is
towel,
to
or
it.
or a towel. That's it.
That's
literally it.
The easiest way you can easily in and out and do this, right? If your carpets really aren't that bad and you're doing some maintenance cleaning, probably one of the it's an effective way without adding a bunch of any type of detergents or soaps into your fabric,
Yeah,
right?
it's a
That you
good
don't necessarily
refresh
have
on the
to
carpet.
extract, or just literally dunk the dang towel
yeah.
in O&R, wring it out. It's a damp towel. Rub your carpet.
Yeah,
down.
and then give it a vacuum.
That's it.
Yeah.
And then that way you're not adding any
Extra
type of any foams
moisture.
or anything like that. It's very easy.
Yeah. So I wipe my I use O&R in a rag to wipe down my couches.
Yeah.
And thankfully my upstairs couch is a lot easier to clean. My downstairs couch, my kids completely basically my stimulus, Anthony, is going to buy new couches for my living room.
Oh no.
Because in 2 years my children have completely destroyed the couches.
I remember
So-
when those were new and you were so excited.
It was because I finally bought big boy couches and I thought this is going to be nice. No more $200 Kroger special
No,
couches.
Kroger specials is the way to go.
Yeah, apparently that's the way to go because I can just swap them out every year instead of buying a fancy couch and having it only last 2 years because my kids have freakishly destroyed it.
We're back to the cheap sunglasses analogy.
It's
again.
right back to the fact that I can't have nice things. So, be the lesson to you, Andrew. When you have a second child, no fancy furniture.
With the first, I've already told my wife. You know,
There's no
with
reason for it.
With the
Just-
new house, let's maybe wait and let him destroy it.
Yeah,
It's all sacrificial.
See, I thought, man, they're toddlers. They're throwing up. They're spitting up. They're babies. It was all that, right? But now instead
O&R
of
helps
throwing
with that,
up,
by the way.
Augie will just. He'll be sitting on the couch and he'll hawk a loogie and he spits on the couch.
Oh.
And I
And
go,
on that note,
why'd you do that?
I'm going to
And
move
then
us
I
to our
walk
next
over,
question.
I'll walk around the corner and I'll look. He's got a pair of scissors in his hands and he's just stabbing it into the couch.
Welcome
And I go,
to parenting.
why? What are you doing? He's like, what? I'm like, pull those out of the couch.
It's a pincushion.
He's literally just poking holes in it.
Yeah.
Why aren't you doing it?
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
I'm just like, so I thought like I was past it, but apparently not. So
First from Puerto
Spits
Rico
on the
here
couch.
to tell us they
what he
hope they
does.
had a happy St.
Oh,
Patrick's Day.
thank
That's
you,
all. That's
Umberto.
very
Appreciate
kind of
it.
Umberto doing his
Thank
thing.
you. All right, Angela Korak. Hey, Andrew, big fan. On a scale of pulling a rabbit out of a
Oh,
hat
sweet
to
Angela.
walking on water, how magic is the magic wheel cleaner? P.S. Andrew is the real sauce boss.
Yeah, that is a nickname of mine. I'm going to say pulling a rabbit out of a hat and walking on water.
Oh, wow.
Maybe
Gold.
we'll
Pretty
just
good.
take the whole scale.
do it
It's
all.
magic. I mean, I tell people it's a good percentage of the reason why I took the job because of my lack of
Yeah.
detailing skill in my driveway. I said I've never done such little work and seen such a good result.
It's
Yeah.
very convincing.
Magic wheel cleaner because of the iron removers and everything built into it, and because of the very cleaning ability of the particular product. It's one of the few wheel cleaners that I think, for being non-acid based, I think it's at a pH of 5.5, which is fantastic. It is one of the few wheel cleaners that does have the ability to substantially clean on just a pre-spray and a rinse, which there's not a ton of those without dipping into really acid territory.
Yeah.
But we did a live video where we had the Jimmy's wheels.
Focus wheels, and those were nasty.
And I dropped them on the rack,
Yeah.
unfortunately. Don't want to talk about that. But I sprayed. I did kind of a test of different wheel cleaners, and I used the Magic Wheel Cleaner on one of them, and it was a spray on, pressure wash off. And
Yeah,
I
we didn't
was-
agitate it.
Yeah, no
didn't agitate
agitation.
it. And I
no
was
rush.
like, and Jimmy was like looking like, holy crap, man, that really did a lot more than I thought it was going to do. And with a slight bit more of agitation, I had a perfectly clean wheel. So
Yeah.
it's a very good non-caustic wheel cleaner that still has the iron removers into it. And so I know not everybody is all about those with every
Yeah.
wash. So
Yeah.
it's kind of up to you and what you're wanting to do. But it's a product that foams exceptionally well, builds up a great lather. And while the smell at first may be off-putting, you'll find that you'll start to like it. And I don't know
It's
why.
weird. It's a weird better. It's almost like maybe it's like a better than most scenario in terms of smell.
It is, but like
you're
you
like,
start
it's
to
this is
funky,
acceptable for what it does.
but it's
the work
not.
it does.
It's not terrible when you're used to other
I think,
products.
yeah.
Well, you just start to kind of like it. I don't know what it was. And then the other thing too, I also did absolute wonders on our Subaru WRX engine bay detailing.
Yes.
People wanted to know why I was spraying Magic Wheel Cleaner on the block and everything like that.
Yeah.
Is because of all the iron particulates that were and all the
Yeah.
contamination that was underneath that hood. and it was crazy. Literally that engine bled.
It got
Everything on
places
all
that
those
you
cracks
wouldn't
and
have gotten to with
crevices
a brush.
Yeah.
were just
Yeah.
absolutely bleeding, and that's a product that people wouldn't normally think.
Yeah,
to
No,
use
it's
on
not your
a
first
use it.
instinct.
Like that.
And it did amazing. And
Well, yeah, and it's
so-
great to have that iron removal and that piece, but to me too,
Well,
it's mind blowing that the static dirt is able
Well, your
to.
Yeah.
panel gaps, right? So
To
those
remove
panel
pretty
gaps
well.
right there, right? From other cars on the road or just your own wheels itself, right? With brake dust
Yeah,
and
yeah,
particulates
yeah.
flying
Lets
up in
it
the
all
air.
in.
And if they are landing back on the surface of the vehicle, right? If they can land on the outside of the fender or on top of the hood, what's to say those cannot land in between those crevices where you're
Or inside your air ducts.
Or inside your air ducts,
You know,
or-
as it's
you
getting
know-
sucked in. You're following a car.
Yeah,
they slam on their
it's-
brakes.
it's
Their brakes
everywhere. It's
shoot stuff out.
everywhere. And
There's-
I think that's where that iron remover is going to do more than a typical APC is going to do
Yeah.
in that particular
Yep.
case. And when you combine it with that pH that Magical Cleaner has and that extra cleaning ability, I'm like, well, that's like the best of both worlds in one go. So why not?
Yeah.
That's just my opinion. But
Like
Yeah.
it. RSX Freak 79 saying, I switched to KCX Polestar for cleaning my interiors and I love it. I realize it offers a little protection and was curious how long I can expect to protect my dash. I'm still waiting for Topstar to arrive, fingers crossed.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are waiting for Top Star to arrive.
Top Star is going to be the true protection there.
Yes, I'll put it like this in the most simplest of terms that I would say. One accident, one spill, you may get some protection, but yes, it's not going to be
Yeah, it's not a
Top
date.
Star Leather Star.
Yeah.
It's just kind of that extra kick of help, but it's not going to perform like those other ones will after you use Polestar.
No, totally fair.
There you go. Hans saying happy Friday Eve, everybody. What's up, Hans? Grant Hawtree saying hello Friday morning, boys.
Hey.
Detailing a 59 Pontiac Laurentian, black on chrome and bagged out.
You can always send me a picture of that
I think I've
too.
ever seen a Laurentian.
Huh.
I don't know what that is.
59.
I bet that's one of those weird like
It's probably
GM
a
Holden brand.
well, that or
tie
yeah,
together
maybe,
kinda deals.
maybe.
All right.
You know.
Moving on,
Yeah.
we got Steph Smith coming in, says, hey guys, just wanted to say I love watching/listening to your podcast and the new website is awesome. I love that the thumbnails show all of the available colors too, so I don't have to click on into each
one.
Into
Yeah.
each one, yeah. Well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you.
That was a big step, and that I think has helped a lot of people. So we're really happy to be hearing the feedback from everybody. So if anybody else, you got website stories, like
Yeah.
let us know, let the team know. Support@theragcompany.com. That's the
Thank
email.
you.
Yeah,
can let
send
them
your
know if there's
messages to
anything
the team
going
that
on.
built the website. They're amazing.
No, they did a great job.
Team Albania, probably the greatest team there is.
Yeah.
Saying love the G Davis merch that Anthony is repping.
Oh, yeah, that's what it is.
This is one of the OG Obsessed Garage shirts.
Yeah.
This is an old one.
First from Puerto Rico, saying what's up, Ricky.
Hey.
George Zapata saying hello from San Clemente, California. What happened to free shipping after a lower amount instead of the 99? I used to buy more often here than Amazon. George, so here's the deal. Just like all things, prices went up. Now, because of our pandemic, everybody bought online. Everybody started shopping, doing their homework. As a matter of fact, I believe Amazon, Jeff Bezos himself, doubled his net worth in the last year
That is correct.
because of how much people were buying on that site, on Amazon. So
On the line.
here's what's up with Amazon buying all that stuff. That means people buying things online, people going shopping. How does that stuff get shipped? Well, we have to use shipping carriers. We have to use UPS. We have to use FedEx. We have to use DHL. We have to have USPS. We have to use all these different carriers, and it's the same across the world with Royal Mail and all these different carriers that are forced to have to now ship. They have an influx of business. They now have so many people buying. They can't keep up at that same rate. So what do? They increase their shipping rates. In turn, they tell us, hey, so remember we used to ship that for people at this price? It's now this price.
Yep.
Now, for us, it made it much more difficult for us to continue to give you that service of normally, depending on where you are in the country, you can get an order anywhere from 2 to 3 days.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Just
Impressive.
normally.
Yeah.
To get that 2 or 3 days, that price goes up drastically. So to keep that in line with our free shipping model, to be able to send you and sell you towels, we had to raise that price. $99 for free shipping. So if you get over the $99, we give you free shipping. Here's the deal, though. What we did was we dropped our chemical fee.
Yeah, that's gone.
No more chemical fee. Now, if you're anywhere from that $5 to $99, you only have to pay $7.99 flat rate shipping. That's it. So really a great deal. Yeah. And here's the other thing. $30 to $99, we have a coupon.
Yeah.
You can use a coupon. Go to our coupon section. You can see we have a $4.99 flat rate. So if you spend $99, you can use that, or $90, you can use that coupon. Pay $5 for shipping. That's it. You get your products to you.
That's less than a lot of these other places
Way
are
less.
doing it. And I also want to point out to those who think that this is unique or something, there are many detailing websites. You can go look at their shipping minimums. We're hardly the only ones doing this.
Yeah.
It is the norm across the board. There's variances, sure.
And you got to remember,
but their flat rates are often higher.
Yeah.
When you find that you're actually paying attention to it. But Amazon, yeah, if you want streamlined, Amazon's still a good way to go.
And what we did also was with the new website, we added the ability to purchase on Amazon. So if you're a Prime member and you want to use your Prime, we've got links on all the products that we carry on Amazon. So you can go to Amazon
on the product
from our website, click through from our website right to Amazon to that product listing, purchase it, get it by Prime. Do your thing. You don't have to worry about it. Because remember, Prime, you got to pay $120 or $100-something a year to get your free shipping, your free 2-day shipping.
That's badass.
Okay, that's dope. So that's
awesome.
That is a Grand Prix here in the U.S. That's a Pontiac Grand Prix.
Hard to see, but I'm trying.
So Dane, fun fact, that is one of the cars I was looking at. I wanted to have a 4-door of one of those for my shop, for my detail shop. I was looking at one of these.
Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
Beautiful car. So... but anyway, that's how that kind of works, and it's hitting all the detail shop or detail.
Yeah, you'll notice
suppliers.
It going
it's
around.
hitting all your online suppliers because of the rate increase that happened across the board for a number of us.
We kind of been eating it for a while, and we finally reached this point where we're doing the new website. It just made sense to do it.
Yeah, because we had all the options to do that.
It eats into everyone.
Yeah, I mean, you're getting the same kind of thing. If you're ordering
100%.
products from overseas, it's the same thing.
We just sold our house, and because we had to in this market, but it was too good. But I used to live a couple doors down from one of the presidents of UPS, and he said, "There's nothing. We've never seen anything like this in the history of being in existence, and we can't keep up." He says, flat out, we have certain areas that are literally getting a delivery every third day when it used to be twice a day.
Yeah.
So it just they're trying to keep up.
Well, you think about
they got to lease trucks then, which is more money. They got all this extra stuff they never had to incur before.
Yeah,
So
they've got to build bigger facilities. They got to do more
stuff.
You think about like what Amazon started doing. There's an option for Dane. Remember how you used to do Lyft? Mm-hmm. You used to drive Lyft and Uber?
Yeah.
You can do that for Amazon now. You can take your own personal car and become a delivery driver for Amazon. That's how insane.
I feel the dystopian society washing over me.
I've got guys that drive around my neighborhood driving Infinities, wearing an Amazon vest, hopping out of cars and dropping off packages and scanning. I'm like, "Are you driving your own car?" And he's like, "Well, this is what I do on the side. I do a little DoorDash, I do a little Uber, I do a little of this." And I was like, "Oh, wow, cool.
Actually,
Never even knew that."
Blade Runner, but still.
Yeah, but that's one of the things now. So you gotta shipping's going crazy. Yeah. So anyway, all right. Caleb Vole finally caught the live. Been trying to make it the last 4 weeks. Just received my TRC order. Excited to try GSF Green Star and Rags to Riches on my double twistresses I used with Bead Maker as a drying aid. Nice, man.
Sweet.
Our old friend Juan in the morning
saying,
"Hello, TRC crew. Just ordered my mystery rag bag. Hopefully I get lucky and maybe I get a gallon of GSF. Andrew's my good luck charm. Thanks, guys." What's up, Juan?
I hope so.
Tim Jennings, want to give a shout out to Koch Chemie for having such a knowledgeable guy in David Pedre working for y'all.
Awesome.
Nice.
Go.
What do you guys think from Ivan Campuzzo? What do you guys think about Road FS? We love Rod
Those
and Jody.
guys are
great guys.
awesome.
Super great guys. Lots of fun. Really smart. And they're detailers. So
They're local.
And they're local to us.
Yeah.
So
Got Pedro here.
Koch Chemie MWC or Breakbuster.
Well, you know what my
There's a
vote
time
is.
and a place for
You got to
each,
remember
actually.
that different
But
products.
yes, they're different
Yeah.
animals.
So, Magic Wheel Cleaner has that ability to dissolve iron. Brakebuster does not.
Brakebuster will work better on your tires, I think.
Yeah.
But that's the trade-off. So yeah, you're
Magic
looking
Wheel
at
Cleaner
options.
is also a pH neutral,
Yes.
closer to acid.
Yeah.
Brakebuster is a high alkaline product. I think a pH of 12. Very
Yeah.
different chemicals.
Yeah.
So-
in your head, you just see wheel cleaner and you think it's all the same, but
No,
it's
each-
really not.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
such a even.
For-
I mean, we have another 12, that
Yeah.
that are all the way from high outline all the way down to.
Yeah.
Your
Acid of
lineup
acid.
is extensive.
But,
in
Yeah,
terms
so
but if you're looking
it's all
for
over.
a wheel cleaner for all surfaces, honestly, Magic Wheel Cleaner hits all those and cleans them all superiorly. So if you're looking for like an everyday kind of wash stuff, you can buy Brakebuster. You can dilute it quite a bit
Yeah.
and give your wheels a spritz if you need. So.
related here
Ooh.
from Scott Mattern.
ETA for the Magic Wheel Cleaner in 5 liters. Is that even possible?
If you could call the boat and ask for me, that would be great because I've been trying, but they don't have a phone. And
Does that mean they're on the boat?
It is on the boat.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, that's something. So
It is on the boat.
check is in the mail. Ricky.
Ricky in sunny Puerto Rico, KCX PSS on tires. Will it be matte or glossy, Andrew? I have a bottle in hand. Thanks. And I feel the solvent smell. Planning on using it this weekend.
I mean, I'll let you guys comment on the tires, but as far as that finish goes, it's definitely more towards the matte, more dull side of things. I mean, the way the Germans described it to me, and the way that we talk about it is, a brand new tire isn't glossy and super shiny. It
No.
looks like a brand new tire.
It's just a deep, rich color.
So that's the goal
Yeah.
behind what we would focus on in terms of like an actual tire shine. But yeah, no, it's definitely not a glossy finish. But as far as wheels go, I mean, we have other products for that aren't here yet. But of course, it's been used and people have
Yeah.
tried it on wheels, and it'll do what it's supposed to. But you're not going to get your longevity necessarily out of that.
So PSS on tires, Anthony.
Yeah.
I like building a shine. I like a
So-
little gloss to it. So I like to double it up.
You can
do
double
a
it
coat,
up,
let
yeah.
it sit, walk around, come back, do
Yeah.
a second
Yep.
coat.
So
about
I
you?
have PSS on my tires on the Ram
Yeah.
right now, and it's been going on. When did I wash it? 3 weeks ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's still on there. 3 weeks later, looks
Good.
amazing.
Good.
Now the thing with PSS is it does have a solvent smell, but it's
It's more of it's just a setup agent, basically. It's going to
yeah.
help deliver it,
and I
penetrate
don't know
it,
if
then
I don't know if
flashes
it's
off.
supposed to help with the flashing. I'm not really sure what it's supposed to help with, but it basically. It doesn't affect the tire at all. It doesn't affect bed liner. It doesn't affect any
Yeah,
type
no,
of trim in
yeah.
a negative way at all. If anything, it's a good thing. And it actually has UV protectants and it actually has protectants in it to keep that trim looking good for longer. So it is, the smell is a little bit strange. I think it smells good, but it's just a little bit strange.
It's a very fine, light product. It's not like some goopy gel.
Well,
or
it
anything
is
like
quite
that.
literally. It's just a liquid. It's a clear liquid,
Yeah.
and you just apply it on, and it does a great job. I don't have any complaints with it, and my tires look great. My trim looks great, and
Good.
Yeah.
works.
Made the
Good
Ram
stuff.
shine.
Good stuff. Areology saying Nano Magic smells amazing too. Can't wait.
It does. Yes.
And
Caleb
then
Vole, what's the longevity for 1 layer of inspiration versus 1 layer of CSL and 2 layers of inspiration versus CSL EXO? And is Koch coming out with a coating? Thanks, TRC
Jeez.
crew. All right, so inspiration.
here we
one.
go.
1 layer. You're going to get 2 to 3 years out of 1 layer, possibly about 2. If you do 2 layers of inspiration, they're basically saying 3 to 4 years out of that coating. Now, 1 layer of CSL is rated to give you 5 years. And CSL with an EXO topper, you should get anywhere from those 5 to 7 years, depending on how you care for it. So now you could put inspiration, you could top it with Soul to get you an extra year, or 2 coats of Soul, or 2 coats of it. You could do it however you want. The more coats you want to add on certain coatings that are allowed to be buildable, they can do that. Other coatings do not like that. So don't feel like you need to build coatings that don't. Now, I will say Inspiration's very strong. It's a very different. CSL EXO is very permeable, meaning it allows the surface to kind of breathe a little more. So You're going to have different scratch resistance, different hardness levels of the coatings, but they're both going to provide gloss. They're both going to provide hydrophobics. So have fun with it. As to Koch coming out with a coating, they're working on it, right?
We have it. We've got 1K Nano as well, which is another product of ours, coatings C001. And there's others that are in the works, yes. As far as US ETA, I do not have one. And a
lot of hoops to jump.
Yeah, I just don't know.
Well, and it's funny is a lot of people don't realize this, that if there's a company here in the U.S. and they want to start shipping products, shipping chemicals over the ocean, SDSs have to be built and approved for each country that those products are getting shipped to, and vice versa. So all the products in Germany that have been available for market to be able to sell, they had to get SDSs approved for the U.S. So there's a long wait on a lot of that stuff because, especially during this time in the pandemic, a lot of government agencies are working from home. They're trying to do things. They're not all in offices anymore. They're home-based now. And so it's slowed the timeline down a lot.
In this day and age of instant gratification, people see a teaser clip on some Instagram post, and they're immediately like, why can't I have that right now? And it's like, I love your enthusiasm, but we just can't operate like that.
I want it. We want it. But just not yet.
Yeah.
And then Ricky, ETA for larger 4-liter bottles of motor plast. 4 liters.
5 liters maybe?
Yeah.
I think he meant
we'll go with a 5. And it is on the list. It is on the list. I don't have it on the boat, and I don't have it in production necessarily, but that is something that is common in Germany, and we do have planned for the U.S. Yeah.
Okay, Anthony.
All right, Dan Pfeiffer says, is Magic Boat Cleaner safe for ceramic-coated wheels? Why should or should I not use it? Yeah, it's absolutely safe. And so straight out of the bottle, too, it is safe. And I would say that realistically, you're going to do a couple sprays onto the wheel, a couple sprays into the brush, agitate it, rinse it. Don't make it a day-long event, but as long as you're relatively quick with it, it shouldn't affect the coating. So
it's surgeon-like precision.
Yeah, I mean, I would think, depending on what coating and blah blah blah, that pretty much that spray on and pressure wash off should be plenty.
It cuts like a scalpel,
and that's why I would use it. Yeah.
Aaron,
if you have a grit guard or dirt lock, is there a point to use a 2-bucket method since the job of the grit guard is to filter the dirt from the water? Yes. So you can. I'll just tell you this, Aaron. You want to know a dirty secret? I like using 1 bucket.
You monster!
That's just me. Now, I have grit guards in my buckets.
You and Ivan.
But I also know how to wash a car, and I've been doing it a certain number of years, and I know what to expect or what I want. My perfection level for my personal cars is not, I know they're not show cars because I have a 6-year-old that stabs scissors into a couch for no good reason.
What do you think he's going to do to a car?
What do you think he's going to do
he
to a
also
car?
writes his name all over the car.
Yeah.
Using the metal edge handlebars of a scooter.
No, he uses so for me, I know that I will pull my hair out if I try to keep my cars at a show quality finish. Now, I will say the paint work on my cars is at a 10 times higher standard than that of my neighbors or my neighborhood. My neighbor lady comes out and she'll see me washing my car, and it's the first time I've washed my car in a month, my wife's car, and she goes, I'm not like you. I'm not going to wash my car every day. And I go, it's been 30 days. I haven't washed this in 30 days. But to her, I must wash my car every day. That's why the car looks so shiny.
Your standard is just...
Yeah, so I'm going to tell you, depending on your standard, yes, you can get away with doing a grit guard in a 1 bucket. Now, the true method is to do 2 buckets, is to have 2 grit guards. The goal of that is to keep as little dirt as possible from transferring between the 2 buckets by having those grit guards or dirt locks or whatever you want to use in the buckets to help limit the amount of dirt back and forth. There's a reason for it. So whatever you're doing to a car, whether you're washing, whether you're polishing, whether you're going to do all that kind of stuff afterwards, washing and picking your battle between a 1 or 2 bucket method, it's totally up to you. It's preference. But you do need to learn it. You do need to learn it and use it and see if it's something that you want to do.
It's also the sort of thing designed for, trolls and YouTube comment sections to leave on many videos they see where someone uses 1 bucket or something.
Yeah.
It's a very useful tactic. It gives you something to say.
Yeah, that too.
All right, we got one.
Anthony, you want to read that?
One says, currently in the search for a new drying aid or QD. Love Bead Maker, but I need a product with anti-static. This time of year, love the Wowos, but couldn't source it in a gallon. Any recommendations? Yeah, so there's other, there's, oh gosh, man, there's so many different ways to go. You could use your favorite quick detailer. So for example, you could check out the Koch Chemie. It's QS is what it is. It's quick and shine. Right?
Yeah.
It makes for a great drying aid. You could go with PNS paint gloss. Paint gloss actually has anti-static properties too. There's, I don't know. I think nowadays there's a lot of good products that you can just use as a drying aid, but I get what you're saying with bead maker and potential dust issues. So I would also say stick around because I know there's a lot of companies working on some new things, and so who knows? We'll see what comes in the future.
Yeah. All right, we got Jordan.
Hey guys, hope you're all well. What is your go-to wax, Jordan Nicholson?
Wax.
So
we're
old school
wax.
taste.
We're talking wax.
Specifically, or are we talking just protection?
Yeah, we're talking about
products?
getting in there, rubbing it around, putting it on,
Paste wax,
slathering it.
Yeah. All right. So what's your go-to wax?
So I gotta say the Koch paste wax that you brought us. That stuff is like when you put it on a car.
Creme de la creme is what.
Kind of. I'm gonna say it reminds me of toast.
Toast. Ooh.
With some delicious butter on it.
Oh wow.
Slathering.
And a little bit of honey.
Luxurious
delicious.
butter
That
and
scent.
honey.
Talk to me
That
about that
scent.
toast. What is that toast? Is it like
It's
a whole
it's
wheat?
yeah,
Is
it's
it
a
white?
whole wheat
Oh, it's a whole
toast
wheat. Ooh, nice. Yeah.
from
Any
from
seeds
ancient
on the
grain.
outside?
No, don't like
seeds.
that. Don't
No
want heavy
seeds.
grains. I want a nice fine
okay.
grain on
All
it.
right.
So I eat that toast, preferably some of the honey wheat, honey harvest wheat
Oh,
from
delicious.
Great Harvest.
Go figure.
One of those pieces of bread. Nice, thick, salted butter.
Oh, salted butter. Okay.
Yeah,
That's
with
salted
An
honey.
inspired
With-
choice.
with some clover real honey on
Clover
the
honey,
top. You
okay.
put the honey separate.
Oh.
You put that as a layer. That experience and smell is what that Koch wax does.
Pretty close.
It smells so good. It was hard
Have you
not
ever
to
heard
take
it
it.
described that way?
Very
It was hard
specific.
not to take a knife and slather it on some
When he
bread.
told me about it the first time.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
one of the things. That was one of the things that I found myself really trying not to lick it.
Yeah.
But it's good. And the wipe off is amazing on it. Feels nice, goes on nice. And we've put it on our Subaru project car after we gave it just a quick wipe down and polished it. We didn't do a heavy polish. We just did a light kind of fact-finding polish. We threw some wax on it just to keep it a little protected.
Keep it going.
And that was nice. Everybody in here was walking into the building going, whoa,
It was.
man, you guys got what are you guys doing over
It was
here?
a euphoric smell is what
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah.
You walked into it made the whole studio smell like that. And you
Yeah.
walk in and you just get hit in the face. You're like, what is that? like it's like a bee drawn to another bee for mating. Like I don't know, something like that.
That was good.
It's just
Not
that
since
good.
what was
there pheromones
mallow
in it?
wax.
Yeah, Mallow Wax is another great,
Okay.
Yeah,
great
but the
experience.
Wowo's Mallow
product.
Wax was one of those that really drove us over, pushed us over the edge
Yeah.
when we were doing that stuff, and we hadn't felt that again until we used the Koch wax. True.
Yeah, and but no, yeah, there's some good waxes out there, but I think that I think it's time to go to a break. So
Great
Give me
timing.
some buttered toast.
So be thinking about that. We're going to have a few messages, and in just a few minutes, we'll be right back. So don't go anywhere. We'll see you.
Hey man, how was your St. Patty's? Pretty good, man. You know, see that new PNS coating? This new PNS coating, I'm telling you, it's gonna be legend. No, wait for it. Dairy. Yep.
Hey guys, Anthony with the Rag Company, and have you checked out our Instagram? You haven't? You have. I'm not really sure, but it is arguably the most entertaining Instagram page of all time. It's hilarious. There's tons of cool towel posts and detailing products, and I'm not really selling this, am I? Not really? Okay, well, it's a really cool page where we post a ton of sale content as well as cool pictures of new products and new releases and kind of everything we do there. And we also host the Grand Ambassador program on there as well, which is our take on a sponsorship. Now, to learn more about the Grand Ambassador program, just check out the link down below in the description and it'll take you to one of the main pages that kind of talks about the program and what we do, but is ultimately our take on a sponsorship. And we've had plenty of Grand Ambassadors watching this show with you right now. So you can check out our Instagram in the links below. Make sure to check it out. Give us a follow. I think that you're really gonna like it.
Hey guys, Levi with the Rag Company. Have you ever wondered what it takes to turn a car from a 0 to a hero? Have you ever wondered, can you buy a car and fix it back up and then resell it for a lot more money? Well, if those are the questions you've been asking, have I got the show for you. That's right, we here at the Rag Company bought ourselves a project car, and over the course of the next year, we're gonna be doing all kinds of cool stuff to it. We're gonna be polishing it, we're gonna be cleaning it, we're gonna be putting new parts on it, fixing the wheels, fixing the interior, fixing the dings, fixing the dents, fixing the clear coat, all that stuff. We're gonna even be cleaning the windows, can you believe it? And we are gonna be finding lots of fun parts to put on, kind of personalize it and make it our own. That's right, it's TRC Rex. That's what we've been calling it, and it's a pretty rad little car. And we're hoping to turn it from a 0 into a hero.
Hello, and welcome to a promo for our new series called Satisfying Saturdays. Now, what are Satisfying Saturdays? Well, I'll tell you. They're a little bit of audio, a little bit of video, put together in a satisfying combination while we do some sort of detailing on the side there, you could say. It's ASMR adjacent, so it's not going to be perfect ASMR, but it's mostly just going to be sounds of brushes and foam and water and detailing products. Just a very satisfying combination of all the things you love about detailing without any of the, noise that you don't want to have in there, right?
Oh, that didn't sound good.
Something you can just relax to, put on in the background. I don't care how you watch it, I just care that you watch it. So, that's really all there is to say about it. Check it out, I think you'll enjoy it. You said it, Dane. All right, so
There you go,
anyway,
nice.
Guys, we're back. We're keeping
All right.
Andrew around because he's really good at this. Like, he's really
good
helpful
job.
at these questions. We
Stop,
want him
guys.
around for these.
But we're also 40 minutes behind apparently.
That we
on
are
our,
also.
So I'm gonna blast through some of these.
Yeah.
Catch us up a little bit. Seth Price, Idaho's own. Thank you, TRC. I finally got the new Detail Factory wheel brush through MVP today. Goodbye, Easy Detail Brush. I hate you. Excited to use it on my own car before the client's car. Them's the rules, right?
I guess.
That's right. Bait Addict, thanks for describing the MIT changes. I think it would be good if you guys had to mention changes to existing products since existing buyers may have had issues with previous versions that is fixed now. Yeah, that's why we make posts about them and stuff on Instagram and Facebook and do the things that we do.
We definitely try. Just you're
It's just
saying
not,
on the actual
it's
website.
just not
though.
if you're looking. Yeah, you're right.
We're
Maybe
not
on
the ones
website,
writing the
We can
website
add
copy.
that. We can tell the team on the website to make sure to change some of that stuff. But
Sure.
yeah, copy.
Yeah.
It's just that's someone else's
We will
job,
help
and we
with
do
that.
write some of the new stuff, especially when there's new products that are out. Anthony takes that on.
Yep.
But
Try.
for the most part, if there's not a lot to change, we just don't change it. So, but I will take your thoughts into consideration. Bait Addict saying, I avoided the chenille mitts because I noticed they fell apart very quickly, but now with the recent change, I'm willing to try them again. I appreciate
think
that.
you
Enjoy them. Buy them. Decon, what's up, boys? Happy Thursday. Just out here washing a truck and listening to the show. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Brian saying, how does GSF compare to built Hamber Auto Foam? Well, I'll just tell you, GSF is really good, and I've never tried the built Hamber Auto Foam, so I can't describe the two
Yeah,
comparatively.
I've seen them. I've seen that name come up a good bit, and then it's very interesting how it is
Yeah.
in the U.S. all of a sudden,
Yeah.
and over here as well. So, but yeah, I mean, obviously, my vote, but
There you go. Bait Addict saying, I lost another pound. Doing well with consistent loss and cheat meals once a week. Super sustainable. Real talk, protein ice cream, and anabolic French toast is sure good, low carb, or low calorie, and filling.
You make that in a lab?
What kind of world is this that you live in up in
don't.
Canada, man? I want to try some of these fancy things.
Okay, have you ever had protein ice cream?
No.
Tastes like absolute.
Garbage.
Oh,
Like
he
you think
says
it would?
it's- He said it's sure good.
I know, so
Sure.
basically, it's sure good once you've deprived
sure ain't.
yourself.
When you
of
deprive
everything
yourself of
actually
everything
good.
else.
When you're
Not
eating
starving.
anabolic
No,
French
tastes
toast.
pretty good.
My cheat. It's the lowest calorie thing you
Yeah.
can get, right? Sugar-free Jello.
Yep.
And a hit of the fat-free
Whipped cream.
Whipped cream. That's
But
it.
the keto ice cream's pretty dang good too.
I've had some kind of
Some of it. It's only
Canadian
5 grams.
Alaska
So
ones
there
are really
is,
good.
so they have, for example, there's not even just the keto ice cream. They have the lower calorie ice cream,
Yeah.
such as like the Halo Top. They
Yeah.
have the Arctic
Halo
Zero.
Top.
Yeah.
But the
Not a
thing
big
is
fan of that.
Oh, you're not a big
those
fan.
I can't eat
those
the
I can't
Halo.
remember
they
the one
lack
by us.
all body, and
Yeah.
what it
Yeah.
is because they're also lactose free, right?
Yeah.
So what it is they're using
Fluffers, fillers.
It's a fluffer, it's a filler. It's something to give it more body than what
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
is, but what it's lacking is that milk. It's lacking the
Yeah.
cream
The
that's
milk
actually
fat.
What's it's like
making it-
ethoglycerol or something they put in
yeah,
there?
well, and there's also a lot of
replaces the
artificial
carbs.
sweeteners and
Yeah,
things
yeah,
like
yeah.
that they
Yeah.
use. And so I would say that
Rebel.
sounds really good, Bait Addict.
Rebel is the one
Rebel.
that we have,
in,
and that's
in
good.
the deprived way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
makes sense.
Hang in there, buddy. You're doing good.
Decon detailing saying, Andrew, when are those 5 liters of glass cleaner and MWC expected in? I'm running out, brother.
I appreciate you running out, but I'm sorry you're running out. And yeah, it's it's on the boat.
Yeah,
On the boat.
Okay.
there you go.
We're trying.
Carissa saying hi and thanks. My mystery box is on the way so fast. Thanks again. You're welcome.
Awesome.
Alex, 13 Yankees. Top 3 sealants to maintain a ceramic coating on a car and go.
Quick and shine, quick finish, and see.
There you go.
While those may
I'm
not
just-
be,
I'm
those,
just
while
kidding.
those
I'm just
may
kidding.
not
Those are
actual
quick
sealants, they all work fantastic.
Yeah, they all work.
And
Not wrong
SO2.
about that.
SO2 is pretty
SO2
good.
work.
But no, there's
Uh,
they obviously carry and sell others that work
I
very
would
well.
say honestly,
I would-
just not even on Levi. It's
All
easy.
right, I keep my mouth shut.
Just use whatever a coating company that you're using.
great
use,
idea.
That's a good
use
point.
their
That is a
topper.
good point.
There you
Use
go.
their topper. There you
Yeah.
go.
That's a good point.
Decon. Also, when is that W001 hand wax coming into the U.S.?
Man.
I was hoping we just glazed right over that after
no.
Levi went on to his love story about his
Yeah, I'm about to crack
experience.
that thing open
But,
and start taking whiffs.
Yeah, it's not here right now.
Yeah,
I
not
loaned it to
not
somebody.
on the boat. In final
lent it to
approval,
somebody?
and we'll be shipping.
I hope you get it back.
We will. Don't worry.
Oh, you gave?
Sean McNally
Oh, no.
used it for some show cars. For
Well,
the
Sean
Roadster
needs
show.
to Sean his way back here with that. With
And
that
there's only
bottle.
one. There's only
He's
one
in
other.
love with it.
He's gonna say, yeah. So I used almost all of it.
No.
I mean, granted,
That would be.
the guy
Heck,
knows what
Sean.
he's
Yeah,
doing.
it'd be hard to
Those
use
are some
all of it
amazing
on two
cars.
cars. Come on.
Coming back on the car. But
like,
yeah,
I was
we're
doing
working
clumps.
on it. Working on it.
Yeah, scooping it up.
You just scoop all of it, right? That's how that
It's
works.
like I was laying mortar. So it was like
The
Got a
spreader.
trowel.
Full spreader.
trowel out there,
we
you
go.
just spreading it on.
Oh,
Just slapping it a little bit, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Literally, like
I think we get
spreading it out. All right, yeah. GSF has all the lubrication, just enhances the Washington's experience. Now I can't go to any other soap because it's just not as good. It's the way to do it.
Thanks, man.
Shelby Buck saying half of our stimmy went to the good old Idaho state tax. I know, Shelby. I owe $12 to the state this year.
What the heck?
$12.
the whole 12. Look out. All right.
Never owed
Dino.
money to the state of Idaho before, and now I owe them $12. So, anyway, Dino saying, "Hey guys, finally made it to the live after a few weeks. Andrew, are you guys getting the new colored foam additive?" Okay.
I immediately asked when I saw the pictures, and I was immediately told, you don't need that yet.
Yeah.
So, I want it, but I need to have some other types of foams to need it, if you will.
Dino
Okay.
is from Europe, so
Gotcha.
It is.
Yeah.
Have you seen the pictures?
No.
It is wild. It is
Can
That's
like
good.
so.
Huh?
Like you know how like white our foam is when it's on.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
it
you
is.
can put a color
It is
in
blue.
it.
It is green.
Yeah.
I mean, it is full on.
that's
that
pretty
color.
dope.
It's gorgeous.
This is like when people do colored drift tires. I don't want normal smoke. I want pink smoke or blue smoke or red
Yeah,
smoke.
that's gonna be fancy.
Gender
green
reveal.
smoke,
Gender
yeah.
reveil tire.
Carissa saying,
Gender reveal snow foam party, right?
Yeah, gender
GSF
reveal
snow
snow
foam.
party.
Somebody
Yeah.
will do that. Watch.
It's probably gonna be him.
Oh, this guy.
That
Yeah,
might have
he
been why he was
would.
asking for it.
Yeah.
There is blue.
At least he won't set
Stimulus-
anything on fire.
Carissa saying the stimulus check equals rag company sale. And then Landon Hargis, what is your guys' all-time favorite Koch Chemie product and why? What do you got, Anthony?
Favorite Koch Chemie product and why?
For me, it's probably GSF.
Is it
I like
not
it the
obvious
most.
that it's GSF for me?
You know
like,
what?
like
I'll
that's-
differ from you guys. I like Motorplast the best.
Yeah,
whatever,
there you go.
you
That
weirdo.
works.
Yeah, I love
GSF is
I always in between GSF and Magic Wheel Cleaner. But if I
crack
had to
that
pick
thing
GSF,
open, you start smelling it.
Yeah, it's good.
You need hits to get you through the day.
Okay.
Little homie 86 saying, hey guys, I picked up some pearl towels. I'm going to do my first coating soon. I know you need to wash new towels before use. Do I need to wash the pearls first? Thanks. So, a rule of thumb, we always ask that you at least wash your towels before you use them. However, you don't have to with a pearl. Just
Yeah.
inspect them, make sure they look good, make sure they're nice.
Give him a shake.
Give them a shake. You'll be all right. But we
pearls,
do ask.
it's
The
one of
pearls
the, it's
specifically.
the reason why I was saying that, and you guys are probably wondering like that's crazy because we're
let
saying
us
don't
in.
wash the towels.
Tell
so
us.
the reason why is that we cannot control in which the environment that you wash those pearl towels in. If you were to wash them before using them for a coating level or leveling a coating or removing a coating, ideally we would know that those towels are being washed by themselves.
Yeah.
With no other outside towels. There's
Exactly.
no other linting new towels. There's
No
no other
film
so
on
you're
the
washing.
inside of
Let's
the
say
barrel,
you
no.
bought a 6-pack or a dozen pearls. You're only washing those towels.
And if
You're
you
not
wash them
washing anything
together,
else
then
with
I
it.
would say that's totally fine. But there's no control. We have no control over that or what may happen. So
People
realistically, you might have a better experience just pulling them straight out of the bag.
And the
using
reason
them.
for the pearl too,
Maybe.
that is one of the tightest weaves
Very
next
tight
to
weave.
our waffle weaves and our glass towels, our glass weaves. The pearl is an extremely tight weave, so it is very lint free compared to say like an eagle or a minx or something like that, a more plush towel. Those we do recommend you wash just because we want to make sure that there's no issues. But with a pearl, it's really, really tight, and I think you're going to be all right with them.
You know, it'd be a fun test. Would make no sense at all. Wouldn't help us at all whatsoever. But it'd just be interesting to do, like a towel rip test. Like how much weight could a towel take before ripping in half? Finding out which
Okay.
weave, because of the way
strongest.
it's woven, is the
Yeah,
strongest. I don't know how you would measure that. Like a vise and like some type of pulling.
Well, knowing how some of these are woven, pulling it a certain direction, but if you flip it, even if it's a square, the direction you pull it can differ greatly.
Yeah, if you pull an eagle one way, it's
Well,
very
I know,
stretchy.
but
Whereas
maybe
the other way,
it's a
it's
dual
totally not.
test, right? And you find it's got, this towel has 300 pounds
Yeah,
of
that's a
resistance
good
or whatever
idea.
it might have before any issues happen.
Yeah.
It would just be interesting.
I like this.
Doesn't
idea.
mean anything for
We're still
detailing.
40
it's like the
minutes
top speed
behind.
on a hypercar. You're not going to use that, but it's fun to know.
Yeah. All right. Decon Detailing saying my stimulus check has been saved. According to my fiance, I just need to find a way to break my pressure washer so I can upgrade to an AR Krenzla. Trisha Gadia, what's up, Trisha? Saying, hey guys, how do I get rid of salt on carpets? I'm really annoyed seeing it. I don't have a carpet extractor though. So here's another good reason. O&R.
Yeah.
Super safe, super simple, super easy. Mix it up 256 to 1. You can pick up a little 8-ounce bottle, Trisha. Mix it half an ounce per gallon and just use that. Spray that on the surface and give it a good scrub and vacuum it up. It'll help break up some of that salt. It'll help pull some of that salt back out of the carpet. Use a little vacuum. You can go down to a car wash.
Tastes good too.
Yeah, you can go down to like a
Smells great.
self-serve car wash with a self-serve vac. Have that in a spray bottle, spray it down, grab a little brush, scrub that carpet, vacuum it up.
Yeah.
No big deal.
Nothing fancy. You could totally.
You don't
Yeah.
need a carpet extractor. As long as you have
Yeah.
a vacuum, you should be
Yeah,
fine.
vacuum's just fine. Avonic saying, in my mobile detailing business, I have an interior package called the Mini Interior Detail. I just vacuum the carpet and seats, and I do a wipe down of the doors and dash. My question is, if I'm just doing a quick vacuum for cloth seats, should I charge more to clean and condition leather seats if the client has them? I hope that made sense. Yes, always charge more. Don't do it on your Mini Detail. Just give them a wipe down. Decon saying, using my old same strategy on how I bought my Rupa's LHR 75E, sold my old 3-inch polisher, and then magically was without one. So obviously now I need to go upgrade one. There you go, get one. Bait Addict asking, what does KCX FU smell like? It smells fresh.
Yeah. It just
Daisies.
smells fresh.
Well, you
field
guys are both wrong.
It smells
of
fresh.
flowers.
Does it have that like fresh
so
laundry
it's
smell?
a
It is.
clean
It is.
laundry.
It is.
It's
Quite,
like
it
in
is
the
a
ballpark.
fresh laundry smell, right? Slightly floral, right? Slightly,
There's a
right?
hint to that.
But then here's where it changes, though. The dry down, right?
Yeah,
Is
the
what
note's
they
different.
what they call that in the
Your top
in the
note.
cologne world, right? No, not your top note. This
Your
is called-
bottom note.
No, it's the dry down.
Bottom
Specifically, the dry down.
Dry note.
note. The middle note.
Dried down.
The
in the note.
dry
Dried
down,
down note?
becomes quite masculine, right? So
Okay,
it's kind
alright,
of basically it starts
Blue
off
note.
as a very opening, fresh, fragrant, floral, and very clean laundry like, right? But then once it starts to simmer, you start to pick up
bit
that
of
musk,
yeah.
that little bit of that musk
Musk.
left behind.
The musk.
So
Just a hint. I don't think that's
Come on.
true.
no, it
He
is
will give
true.
you all the detail when it comes to a scent.
Listen, it's not
Absolutely.
a heavy musk. It's not a
I know
it's
you
not,
have this weird wolf nose when it comes to this
He
kind of
does.
stuff,
yes.
but it just
It-
smells fresh.
No, fresh up does, but it doesn't continue to stay at that same level of fresh. It has a
Is this
calmer.
in your truck when you're driving
warmer
around?
smell.
Because you spray cologne on yourself.
No, okay.
So are
The
you
point
sure
is,
it's
lots
not
of
that?
products smell
Guys,
fresh, but Fresh Up has a unique
I literally,
twist on it.
I literally fumigated this entire office last
You did on
Friday.
You did.
With Fresh Up.
My eyeballs were burning.
I sprayed so much effing Fresh Up in this place that it literally turned people's
we
eyes.
couldn't work in here.
The
We had
mistake
to
was
leave.
when you started to combine it with other smells,
So
and it
Yes,
became
I did do
borderline
that.
dangerous.
basically weaponized fresh.
we were sent some. It's a marijuana spray for some reason. We were sent this, and so no, it didn't smell like marijuana, but it smelled like lemon. So I started spraying that right to
Oh, it's
neutralize
so
a little bit of the fresh
repulsive.
up that
It
I had
didn't help.
caused, and it made it worse. And then I followed up with a few more things.
Yeah,
and
then it made it really worse. Thankfully, the
I
weather
think
was
all
nice.
the
We were able
Anthony's
to open the
cologne got
doors,
mixed in there
the
at one
windows,
point, and that was the worst
fans.
patchouli
We were
all
really
day.
able to make the
Oh.
place. And what was great though was Monday when we came back, place smelled great. And
Yeah.
then you went and started spraying more stuff again, and we had just finished. We were
yes.
very upset.
We were all
of
on
us.
high
I
alert.
think we tackled Anthony.
It's just like, stop it.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
just
think
trust
we
me when I
tackled
say
you.
that Fresh Up opens as clean laundry,
Yes.
fresh, slightly floral, and when it dries down, it just becomes a little bit more, slightly more masculine, but not completely. It's very neutral. But it's very clean. It still smells clean. However, when Fresh Up for Men releases,
It's going to be amazing.
it is
The clouds will open and the heavens will
That
part.
is
Is that going to have like a little
backwards.
hint of
The
timber?
heavens
guys,
will
that is
open.
going to be such a
something?
The
banger.
clouds
Okay.
will part.
It's
heavens
going to
will
mess
open.
people up. It's going to be
RSX
so
Freak
good.
79 GSF is now my favorite car shampoo. I use it weekly
Thank
for
you,
my
thank you, thank
vehicles. I still have bottles of past favorites in my garage, and I only use them when I decide to wash my mother-in-law's vehicle.
Wow, I like
Oh.
that.
From your mom, is it okay to spray O&R or paint prep on a panel or towel before wiping off spent polish? Yes.
Yep.
Totally okay.
It is.
Mike L., I know this has been covered, but how many ounces of GS do you recommend adding to GSF in a MTM? Thanks. I usually put about an ounce.
So you would add, depending on what level you're going for, but typically if you're doing roughly 200 mils of GSF, if that's what you're wanting to do in the foam cannon, you can add about 50 mils to 100 mils of Green
about an
Star.
ounce. Half an ounce to an ounce.
And it just depends on what you're going for. If you're going for more cleaning power, if you're going for just something a little bit of bite to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bait Addict says, LMAO, Levi, your kid is hilarious.
The couch
I'm not
stabbing.
sure whether you laugh or cry when you see that.
Both.
Both. I laugh because it's pure anarchy.
You can't
And then
do anything at that point.
But then
It's too
I
late.
am sad when I realize how much money it costs and
$100.
what is
$300.
It was like the time he threw a magnet at a window upstairs, and I'm
Oh.
like, "That's
Cracked
a
it, right?
$1,000 window
he
at our
crack
house."
it?
Yeah, he cracked it.
Yeah.
He cracked the internal. It's a double pane window, and it's massive. And I
just got
priced
one
it
pane.
out. It's like $600 just for the center glass. And he cracked it through a magnet for no reason, just a hard magnet
Like
at
what?
the
Did
window
you see something that scared you? No.
for fun. And I said, "Why'd you
just
do that?" He's like,
cause.
"It was an accident." Like.
And
So
then
I
you
have
bought
a-
him a bigger magnet.
Now I have a big
man.
busted. Well, he can't lift it.
Okay.
But this
Now
is
he's got mags attached to a rope though now.
attached
So
to
you
a
took a
rope.
magnet fishing? God.
But now it's that kind of thing. Like it's pure anarchy, and I see $100 bills disappearing all the time in my life.
Yeah.
So William Patano, we need Jason Rose on the show.
Ah.
Someday we will. Bait Addict. What was iron remover is still the king of the least smelly iron removers? Yes.
One of them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
still
one of them.
one of them. Iron Buster, PNS Iron Buster has a nice cherry fragrance and is actually a little better. But we've been playing with some that we're not going to talk about. DIY Adventure Dad, best microfiber sponge to use on
Look
a
at
daily
that lawn.
wash. It's a beautiful
Wow.
lawn. Wow.
Look at that lawn.
Very nice.
That
Sure,
is
that's not a green
fertilized.
gauntlet.
That is a very nice.
Are you
been
using an
watching-
iron supplement
I've been
on
watching
that?
a lawn
Yeah.
channel.
DIY.
lately,
Have you
and
been?
this-
Yeah.
and, yeah, this guy is just he's on like an abandoned golf course, which is where I'm moving. I'm moving to an abandoned golf
nice.
course.
Smart.
And he just decided to start like redoing it on his own, so it follows the whole process. Then
Oh.
he came out with this
That's
desktop
cool.
desktop grass kit,
Ooh.
so you can grow your grass and cut it. And
Oh,
That
I
sounds
kinda
So
want
it's like a
one of
but
those.
bonsai
his
tree.
whole
I think
yard
I-
looks like that.
It's
I
a
think I
bonsai
want
tree
one
for
of
golf
those.
people.
Yes.
Yeah. I dethatched my grass this weekend.
Did you detach it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I still got to get
Or
the
is it-
thatch off
or is
the
it- yeah.
ground. It's still in my yard.
I can't wait to fertilize. I
Yeah.
have it's my fresh sod from last
Wow,
year.
it's
and
kinda
I'm
personal.
It's gonna be
hoping to
nice.
see it come
I can't
back.
wait for you to fertilize it too.
I know.
Corey Wagner. Hey guys, absolutely love GSF.
Thank you.
Oh, best microfiber sponge. Sorry, DIY.
Oh.
So
Cyclone
Eagle
sponge would be
sponge,
great.
Cyclone dog bone sponge, all those.
I
little
think
sponges.
honestly, I think that if you were to get the 6x8 Cyclone sponge, that would get you into a good starting point.
Yeah. Then you can bump up to a dog bone if you want, or any of the other little ones. Hey guys, absolutely love GSF. I bought a 5-liter from you guys, and it's a real pain to fill my liter from the 5-liter jug because of the design of it. Even with a funnel. Any tips? Get the pump.
Yeah.
Find a pump to
Pumper
pump
tap.
it.
Yeah.
And get a pumper tap.
You get a bump,
All right.
yeah.
Dead Pedal. The Rag Company. It's Andrew H. I just wanted to say thank you. Package received.
Excellent.
Yes. Our buddy Andrew Howell.
Yes.
Very nice.
Is that Andrew Hill?
Yeah.
What the heck kind of
Dead
name
pedal.
is that?
Dead pedal.
It's dead pedal, man.
He's
third dead
busy working at the drive now. He's got a whole thing going.
Yeah. What's
He's
up,
got
dude?
a whole logo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
RPaz
it's
61. Hello and good afternoon, TRC crew and Andrew. Rob Paz here, and it's windy in
Rob.
the Windy City. Enjoying another great show. Stay safe. Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Caleb Bull, $500 Mako Colt Car Respray, single stage paint. You think it would come up nice after paint correction or wet sand? Also, best coating for single stage paints.
I think so. I think
You can make it
C0.
work.
Yeah,
There's-
you said
there's-
C, or C1.
C1.
It's going to
You
require
see
work
one.
on your part.
Yeah.
But
I'm going to
yeah.
tell you,
It'll go.
yeah, you can correct it. It's going to be a funky paint correction.
will
but
be
you can do
overspray.
it. You can wet sand
Guaranteed.
it. You can do a lot of stuff. Just know they may do a little light in some spots, so don't burn through it.
the lightness, and then more so, like the reason they're able to do that is because they buy insanely low paint margin, and then they cut corners in terms of like tape off.
Yeah.
So
The
they're
prep
saving
work
their
is
time
what
and money
gets
in things that you wouldn't necessarily have to worry about in terms of like cleaning up
I've heard
areas.
some people before doing all the prep work themselves and then just take it in and be
Yeah.
like, can you guys
Yeah.
do this? And then that would be the best way to guarantee a good outcome.
Yeah. Michael Chai, I'm interested in wondering how Green Star works differently from Power Clean. Can you all help? Chemically, they're very different products. Power Clean is very similar to a degreaser, as well as an all-purpose cleaner, where Green Star is a APC.
Yep.
And that's it. They're just chemically different. If you want, you can go on the MSDSs and kind of see some of the active ingredients and see that way. So, Umberto, first from Puerto Rico. Levi, totally understandable what your son did. Now imagine me with 4 sons doing something and you asking them, what are you doing? And they answer, what? I don't know. It wasn't me. Yes.
All those things.
Yes. Yes, I totally know what you're talking about, and I am thankful I have one. So,
Man.
ENN, 99 or above for free shipping seems to be the standard for many companies for years. When I first started ordering off of TRC, I thought your lower free shipping price was abnormal. Well, originally we were only selling towels.
That's what I was going to say. That
Yeah.
was the big differentiator
Yeah.
was we weren't selling chemicals originally.
Once you start adding bottles of chemicals, it
Different
adds
ball
weight.
game.
Adds weight.
But it changed our whole
Your
shipping
boxes.
model after that. We had to eat it for a while until we could find a way to balance it. And what you see now is the best
Yeah.
implementation
Yep.
of that. It keeps us around for you.
Dairyland Detailing. What towels should I pick up for general interior cleaning? I use some TRC General Terry cloth towels, but don't have enough and wanted to see if you guys would recommend me to pick up. 245s, honestly, are some of the best for interior detailing. So cheap, simple, easy. They work. They do the job. You can destroy them.
Yeah.
Juan Quintanero, is Clarity Cream safe for Tesla's glass roof? Yes. Connor Cotton Game. I've noticed Koch's pads stay surprisingly cool while polishing, even at max speed with pressure. I commented last week concerned it would build too much heat, but somehow it was fine.
Somehow.
Yeah, their pads. It's because of that step. It's like that step-up system that they have.
Yeah.
And it's they just. I think it's also the foam. It's a combination of a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
And
The torsion setup, as they call it.
Yeah,
With
that- it's-
tapered and the drop in.
it's very. They're good, great pads, man.
We got a video in the
pads.
pipeline
They
too.
can
where you
take a
guys compare
freaking
a lot.
beating
Then he
too.
says,
Cool,
I
cool.
think the Germans definitely know what they're doing.
The Germans.
Bait Addict is
they do.
PNS's legend as easy to use as CSL.
No.
Slick, wipe off, or tacky.
It's not.
No. CSL is still much easier in terms of installation. PNS Legend, though, when you put it on,
has far more
it has more body
solids.
to
Has
it.
a lot more solids on
Yeah,
it.
it's a much thicker coating, but it goes on. You feel it. You put it on, you feel it. Now, there is a knack. If you take it off too early, it's going to be a pain in the butt. If you take it off at just the right time, so you have to do some little tests to find out. Maru Mashi, who deadlifts more, Anthony or Matt Mormon?
Probably Matt.
I don't know.
He's CrossFit crazy, right? So
Matt works out more than you do.
yeah, I would
Yeah.
suspect Matt.
He's also taller.
Are we
than
talking
you.
about my peak or
Well,
right
no,
now?
we're talking
currently?
like today.
Today, if you guys had to deadlift?
Yeah, see the
Yeah.
look on the
Matt
faces, everything.
on that
We
one.
know Matt.
I
does.
think
Anthony
I
at
could
his peak,
I-
trim,
Oh, yeah.
cut down 200-pound Anthony.
I think I could still at today. I still think I could do 315 today. Today,
Okay.
I think,
All right.
but a long time ago, I was able to do quite a bit more. So
Okay.
All right, somebody asked Matt on his
Find out what Matt's
next
doing.
live stream
All
what he
right.
does.
William Catano, when will you guys start carrying PNS Legend? I believe it arrived today or yesterday. Some of the coatings. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. So, Zachary Jernigan, hey guys, recommendations for cleaning wheels in between washes that doesn't involve dragging out a hose. Hoping for something like a waterless wash or quick detailer as far as application and ease. Do waterless or do rinseless. Basically, you can do that with 256 to 1 O&R, honestly.
Works really well with an IK sprayer.
Yeah, IK sprayer, multi-sprayer, some of that. You can even use some wheel cleaners and then rinse them all out with O&R. Anthony and I have done that for years.
Yeah.
William Katana, PNS Legend seems so easy to install. Extremely excited to try it out. Do you guys know the longevity and if it can be applied to trim, headlights, plastics, glass? Safe on all surfaces. However, on paint, they are saying that it's a 5-year coating. So, at a minimum.
Yep.
Vodict, how do you know when not to use acidic wheel cleaners with certain wheels, and what wheels would those be? And are there any exceptions, for instance, if a wheel has curb rash? Polished aluminum without any protection. Do not like acidic wheel cleaners or high alkaline wheel cleaners at the same time. Acids burn them. Alkalines also burn them, but at a different rate. So, Dabbler Details saying, one bucket gang, rise up. Yeah, that's right, man. Ken Jeeper, I use 1 bucket as well. Do use 2 to 3 mitts, which limits the amount I go back into the bucket. Honestly, with a good pre-rinse, I don't see much dirt in my bucket after. Exactly, man.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. We need KCX FU just for men and the body wash. It's a whole new series of
How's that body
detailing
wash coming
products
along
right there.
anyway?
yeah.
Are we the only ones with it?
Pretty much.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There's only 3 bottles left of corporate. so-
Yeah.
Whoops.
Efren Aguilera, what are you taking? What's your take on all-purpose cleaners on carpet upholstery? If you don't use the stabilizer products like something else, the finish, the fibers will become hard on carpets and upholstery. Yeah, I try to stay away from all-purpose cleaners for carpets and upholsteries, just because I don't like the leftover gritty feeling that gets into the fabrics. So be careful with it. Try and use dedicated interior or fabric cleaners, or go opposite end and go super pH balance, which is O&R.
Okay. Connor.
Can Magic Wheel Cleaner be diluted and still spray on rinse off if my wheels aren't that dirty? I like having not to touch my wheels, but using it full strength gets expensive.
Yeah, you can dilute it.
It can, but we do not recommend diluting it because we like selling more product. No,
Well, if you dilute it though, you're not going to get that.
it's not the
spray
full.
on.
Exactly, that's what I was going to say. It's not the full effect of what you would be looking for. That's
Yeah.
why the price and the expense is there. But can it be done? Yeah, but we're not going to recommend
You're
that.
defeating the purpose at that
It's just
point.
going to kill it down a little bit. Yeah.
There you go. We're catching up. Carissa saying, I use 1 buckets, many mitts on towels. Correct. Innovate says, I also use 1 bucket like the MOS. Levi, thank you. Paragon Automotive made it. Hello, Andrew and TRC Flan. Hope
Hey.
everyone had a great St. Patrick's Day. Thanks,
did.
man. Appreciate it. Stephen Bissett. Hey guys, will fine cut or micro cut stain black texture trim, hoping to avoid taping. So
Not to
I see what
not
you-
to the
after.
extent that I will say heavy cut would be able to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Micro cut and fine cut, you're not going to get that bad of an issue. And if you do hit the trim, I think it's going to be pretty noticeable right off the bat. However, microcut, because it is darker in what is it? Which one's darker?
Yeah,
in color?
it's darker.
It's like purple.
They're both.
Yeah, it is darker in color. So because of the darker in color, you may not notice it, but regardless,
It wipes off easy.
I would just do a quick wipe.
Yep.
That's all.
Ian N. Planning on correcting my Pops 2001 210 Chris Craft. Nice. For increased speed in the water. What products would you recommend? It's only used during the summer and garage stored. So I'd just, any of these
2001,
compounds and polishes work great of the Koch line. I don't know what that Chris Craft is built out of. If it's wood,
I was gonna say, if it's wood, those
clear
are
coated,
beautiful.
but if it's clear coated wood or if it's just gel coat or
Probably
fiberglass.
2001 would be.
Yeah.
I feel like it'd be wood. No.
Chris Craft makes so many different types
I think
of
Chris
boats.
Craft
Well,
immediately
2001's
picture
new
the
enough.
wood
Yeah,
ones.
so maybe it would be.
Yeah, I don't know
maybe
off the top of
it
my
would
head, but I would say any of the products work great. The things to stay away from if it is a fiberglass or gel coat hull is a paste wax. Use some of the liquid sealants and protectants would work great on that kind of stuff because you just don't want to load up those pores with actual wax. Kevin 53 saying, hello guys, fire. Cotton Game saying, Connor Cotton Game saying, y'all talking about Koch Paste Wax got me thinking, if I wanted to make my car as glossy as humanly possible, do I go with a show wax coating or just a crap ton of bead maker?
All of it.
Everything. Put it all on there.
Coating, then wax, then bead maker. A lot of it.
Bam.
All right. TRC Graham Ambassador of the Year
2019.
2019. Zaya Bika saying, my dog's a German, my car's German, my girlfriend is German, and now my polishes are German. Jokes aside, Andrew sent us a Christmas care package after TRC SEMA, and by far
Awesome.
some of the
Thanks,
most
man.
impressed.
It means a lot. Thank you.
That's it.
Impressive, probably, or something.
Probably it's not. Yeah.
Jeff C. saying,
you.
I'm going to finally get my daily drivers corrected and coated this summer, trying to decide between CSL, XO, Legend, Soul. What are your initial thoughts on Legend and how does it compare to Inspiration? Honestly, dude, you could do both if you want and put them side by side and test them out. Try it. See what you think, Jeff.
Nope.
I mean, you're the man to do it. Aaron's new products from PNS or Optimum. That blue soap reminded me of the Optimum car soap. Is it a reformulated?
People are trying to figure out
What's
the blue,
the blue
soap in the
soap?
can in yesterday's video, and I told them whatever you guess, it's gonna be wrong,
Very
and it
wrong.
is not something.
Yeah, you guys don't know that one.
It's
not.
We're
Neither
testing.
one.
So
It's testing.
I want to lay out the reason that when we test
love
stuff, we
that,
don't want
though.
to tell you. Yeah, it's a little fun not to tell you and have you guess, but at the same time, honestly, if we test something and we decide we don't like it and we
Yeah,
don't
you don't
carry
wanna
it,
be out.
We don't
we
want
don't
anybody
want
to
you
know.
guys being like, well, you said or you used it. It's like we're using real world testing, so it's just being realistic. And when we decide we do or don't like something,
We will
find
tell
out.
you though that we like it.
Yeah.
What that
In this
product
case, we
was.
like it.
We like it, but
Thus far.
but that's all you need to know, and that's
Yeah.
all you're getting out of us.
That's
So,
it, man.
That's it.
Grant
Grant
Hontree
Go ahead,
says,
Anthony.
by the way, I'm using KCH9 Rupa's Yellow on my 8-year-old BF Legacy 21. Wow, that's pretty crazy. So it's a Legacy. So first run of the 21, right? Wonder if he's running a kamikaze backing plate on that beast. Well, the cars he's doing.
Not like me. Maybe you never know.
I don't know, man. That plate will literally,
It breaks paint.
It will wreck things.
That's a solid bill in aluminum backing plate.
Terrifying.
Probably not the smartest thing anybody's
It's
ever
a
made, but
beast.
by golly, it looks beautiful.
Yeah.
It cuts like a knife.
Austin Ustith?
There you go.
Austin
Opposite.
Obseth.
Have you ever
Opposite.
tried Dyno Wax detailing products? They seem amazing for the price. I have
you.
not.
They popped up a couple years ago, or three or so years
I have not.
ago.
Levi, you?
Okay.
No.
Okay. Ed, hey guys, have you ever dealt with correcting damaged clear coat thrown from an egg? Sadly, our car was hit so hard, the eggshell dug into the clear.
Sorry,
Thanks.
Ed.
Dang
That
it,
sucks.
Ed. Yes, I
Anthony
have.
is obsessed with
I have dealt with
eggs
egg
on clear.
thrones, right?
Yeah.
So it was a couple of years ago. My friend Alex, the one with the white Raptor that we did a Wash Wednesday with, she called me crying one morning because she said she woke up and she found out that there's probably 20 cars in the neighborhood that had been egged bad. Like, I'm talking like hate egged. And her Raptor was outside and it got hit with 3 eggs, right?
Oh.
But I told her, she's like, what do I do? I said, you got to clean it off as soon as humanly possible. So she ran out there and she said there's still things left behind. So I went over there, checked it out, and basically the eggshells, what happens is there's two there's two reasons why eggs are the absolute worst.
Extremely acidic.
First off, they're extremely acidic, and they will burn that clear coat, and they will etch that, and they will also warp not just the clear, they can warp the base coat underneath it as well. So even if you sand down that clear, that base will still have an etching too because of the warping that happens. It's that bad. And so eggs are horrible. The next thing is the way that shell hits the paint, right? It spirals and twists and collapses in on it, right? So what it does is it creates this chip.
Ton of pressure.
It's a
It's like
chip.
it drills in almost.
But the chip looks like a what's it called?
Swirl.
An impact crater.
It looks like a crater. Yeah,
it's cracked. It's like when you break glass.
I think the crop, not like a crop. What do the
Crop circle?
aliens do? Like a crop circle or
okay.
something like crazy. It looks not right.
Aliens.
And so what happens is all those chips, or it's like little razors that dig into the paint, and then it's one of those things where it can be fixed with like Dr. Color Chip. It can make it look a whole lot better. But the problem is that typically it goes all the way through the clear, through the base, and down to the primer.
Here's the hard thing. If I threw an egg at your car right now, you pulled it in and washed it off. Not as much damage. But what happens to a lot of people is those eggs get hit
and
in the middle of the night.
And they sit for
and
8
that
hours.
Chemical sits on the car for 8 to 12 to 14 to 16 hours.
The sun comes up, right? And the sun comes up, and they say, you know what? I think I'm actually going to have a lazy day this Saturday morning,
just
right?
gonna hang out inside my house.
And then they come out to their car at noon. They go, oh, my God, what's that smell? And they go, oh, no.
It's been 16 hours sitting there baking on the car. Yeah. And at that time, that's when the damage has happened.
So anyways, Ed, we're sorry about that. I would say that you could try to take a polish over it if the shell etchings are down really below the base coat or through the clear. I'd consider just doing some Dr. Color Chip repair. That'd probably be the best thing for you, but man, eggs suck.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bait addicts, apparently in the ice cream game, my girlfriend isn't watching what she eats as she is super lean. Yet she stopped buying Haagen-Dazs because of this ice cream that I make now. It's not protein fluff. It tastes super good. Bait addict ice cream.
Post up the recipe.
Yeah.
He
said he's going to do that in the thing. Jolie Woo. Do I need to cut the threads coming off my waffle weave drying towel? Will the threads scratch the paint?
No.
No, you can cut them off. You're fine. He says he'll post it in the TRC podcast Facebook group. Thank you, Bait. William, what's the difference between glass cleaner and speed glass cleaner? It's a Koch product.
Yeah, they're very close. Speed glass cleaners more technically that's like the sample stuff that you guys got. More technically like in the consumer side of things. You won't see that unless we bring the consumer line to the US. Okay.
Caleb asking, sorry for all the questions, but what's your number one go-to coating? That's a hard one to say because each coating's different and each combination is kind of different.
You pick one because you have a certain goal in mind.
We will tell you that do your research and watch and see what you feel you like. I will say that the products and stuff that we carry and the coatings we carry are ones that we've used and we carry before and we've played with and had real-world experience with.
Yeah.
So, William asking, can PNS Legend be topped with Soul? Yes. Steven, Motorplast works great. How often do you recommend applying? Gosh. Not every time.
No. Mine still
once
looks
a
good.
year.
When you need it, I guess.
Dude, I'd probably say maybe once, twice a year.
Yeah.
Maybe.
When did you guys put it on my Jags engine bay? Because it's still looking good all this time.
Dane, that was over 7 years ago.
I'm asking because there's a reason it's my favorite product. It still looks amazing.
2027.
Yeah.
And I drive that car virtually every day.
Yeah, I guess it's just going to come down to like how buttoned up the bay itself.
Yeah,
is,
I mean
right?
the bay is a little more secure than other cars.
Yeah,
okay,
so maybe that would help too. But just when you need it. I mean, but not every
months,
wash.
many months.
Yeah. Dino saying, I feel you. I'm still in negotiation with my KC rep. If I could get a bottle, it's not a private use at the moment. And also, you are lucky that you get 5 liters of Magic Wheel Cleaner. I had to buy a 33 liter. Ooh, that's a lot. Pete Gall. Hey, Andrew and the TRC crew. My question is for Levi, not you guys.
Oh, okay.
I just received my first Dixon flannel. Will this improve my detail skills or just my style?
Absolutely
both. really.
Oh, Pete's good. You guys
Yeah.
know Pete? Yeah. Pete's a great
William
guy.
Quintana, can Legend be applied to single-stage paint? I don't know. I've never tried it. You can reach PNS and ask
I'm
them.
sure probably could.
I'm sure you probably could.
Ask for Dave,
Dyno,
see
what
he
would be your
says.
go-to coating on polished raw aluminum wheels? Ouch. Honestly, that's a hard one, man, because I haven't played. I need to do that. I need to play
It's
with raw aluminum.
In
some
my
more.
opinion, and I know enough to be dangerous on that side of the world, but in my opinion, you would almost have to like, I would tell people you'd almost have to like dip the entire wheel into
Yeah, I
a
was just
vat
gonna
of
say.
ceramic for it to get the actual seal that you would need to stop that oxidation.
And honestly, you'd be better off clear coating the wheel and then putting
It's
a ceramic
just-
coating on the clear coat
It's just so
because
hard.
the metal is so it's almost alive.
Yeah.
It's not gonna bond to that.
Well, I mean,
yeah.
it can come from behind, like, not through the tire, but behind the tire, behind the rim, and up through.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
wow.
it's a
It's
really
very
hard
porous.
thing to stop.
Yeah, yeah.
So
So
do like pontoons and
Yep,
Oh, yeah.
exactly. Spade Addict saying, since Koch has a lot of experience with abrasive technology, do they partner with Flex since it's a German brand? Yeah, actually, they use all machines, but they
Yeah.
do use Flex machines.
heavily flex.
Specifically.
A lot of Makita over
A lot
there.
of
stuff,
Makita.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
Spade Addict, how does PNS Legend differ from Inspiration? Is it easier than Inspiration to use? It is easier than Inspiration. It has 40% more solids, I believe, is what the boys said.
It's a longer term product.
And it's a longer lasting coating.
The
So-
idea is you're getting like kind of like a professional grade without needing an authorized dealer network and all that other
Yeah,
stuff. It's like
kinda
just
where they're
taking
at.
it straight
Yeah.
to
It
the
is very
consumer.
much a
Like,
shell,
you can
though.
have
It
Yeah.
is.
this intense, like really heavy duty
Yeah.
coating. Yeah.
Stuart saying, hey guys, I'm from Down Under. What Koch products would be best to repair, protect, and maintain a vinyl wrap?
prepare. What do you prepare? I wouldn't
I wouldn't say prepare.
like clean it. you
Clean
mean?
the surface
kinda-
beforehand.
But I mean, our QS, QF, FSE,
Yeah, they all
great.
work.
For that little world, SO2 would be great.
Dane, with our friend Down Under, where would you say he's generally located down under?
They love this game where I play. Okay, are they from New Zealand or Australia? I'm going to assume Australia in this case, Stuart Kip. But if I'm wrong, please feel free to let me know very publicly. Also, we're on the
Anthracite.
first page, so we don't need to rush through these.
All right, anthracite, $25 an hour. Any Koch Chemie product that can remove a sealant or a wax. Yeah, Green Star. Green Star could do that. Bait Addict. Levi, would you buy GSF to use for details if you weren't buying it at a wholesale cost price and paying the 22 higher cost compared to Optimum Car Wash as example to use in your old shop? No. So here's the deal. If I could get GSF at the right price and I could see the benefits in using it for every wash, then I would. If I was a higher end shop, yes. When I was doing dealer work every day and I was doing $125 details,
dealers
the
aren't paying
soap that I was using, that's why I switched to O&R, because I was washing those cars with O&R. I was using degreasers and things first, pressure washing the car, and then replacing my soap with O&R.
Plus time, you're taking a
It
step
was
out
much
of the process.
much
so.
cheaper, much faster, and I could park the car out after washing it down with O&R. I didn't have to dry it off. I could just park it outside and leave it. So we didn't have to dry. So that's why I did that. So that's kind of it's a hard question to say because I look at like what Matt, my guys, do now over at Lupo Auto Spa. They use higher end soaps now to wash the cars, but they're bringing in very nice cars, and the cars that they're doing are very high end, so they can afford to use that. If I was in that position, I would be using that. So
It's a selling point to some customers, but in other cases, the dealers just
The
like,
dealers
whatever,
don't
just get
care.
it done.
and
Yeah.
so that's why for me it was all about cutting costs, but getting
Yep.
the most quality out of what I could do.
Yeah.
So
there's and we have other soaps and we have
Yeah.
other soaps
Yeah.
that are price conscious, and I mean, we, like I said, we even make car wash down
and
self-service.
probably what I would have bought was probably one of the car wash style soaps
So-
to dilute and
It's- we're-
utilize in a machine. So
We're B2B. We're pro focused.
Yeah.
That's all we worried about. We're not worried about consumer. And of course, we love to sell to consumer. But we are worried about the professionals. That's what our that's what we're making this stuff for. So the best soap ever, quote unquote, is going to be expensive. But we have other things for jobs that
That's
don't require
exactly
that.
right.
Yep, exactly. And it's all just doing
Umberto.
research. Umberto, Dane, I'm also addicted to Motorplast.
Love it.
Yay.
Poly Rally. Can you put SO02 on top of SO01?
Absolutely.
Yes.
There we go.
The color looks good, but thankfully you're spot on with that spiral explanation. I was considering Dr. Color Chip. I'll give that a shot for sure. Thanks so
Please
much,
do.
guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ed, Anthony has been doing a lot of research, so much so that we've been going to the junkyard with a dozen eggs. Actually, a pallet.
Did you?
Nice 5-pack of eggs. And we've just thrown eggs at cars in the
I don't think the
no.
yard likes it when you do
No,
that.
what we've done, Anthony likes to set up what he calls his practice ring. And it's a number of car hoods. And he just goes out there and throws eggs at them. So
He just holds an egg in his
dictate,
hand and then
see what
spins
they
as
look
fast as he
like.
can until he accidentally clenches too hard and the thing just
Well, the
blows
problem
out.
is he started asking
Stick the card in.
Seabass and Jimmy to hold.
NASA
said-
astronaut training.
Well, what he's been doing is having Jimmy and Seabass hold the hoods.
Oh, okay.
And then
okay.
he makes them
Like-
battle it out.
like
and
use
they
them
also
as a
have
shield.
Like
dogs.
shields?
Moving
Yeah,
closer.
they
Yeah.
use them like shields.
Okay.
However,
tug of
the
war.
problem
Yeah.
is he tells them to fight each other while he throws eggs at them. So they're trying with their sword. They've got wooden swords, which I thought was kind of strange.
Metal
and car
hood, wooden
hoods.
sword.
But then he's the one throwing eggs
what are
at
we-
them, which is a very. I told him that doesn't seem very
Have
scientific.
you guys ever seen the movie Troy? It's very similar to that situation where they're battling it out, and I'm just in the distance laying waste, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, "Who is that guy? Which team is he on? He's on his own team."
Don't go
He's on
near
his
him. He
own team.
smells bad. It's all
Well-
eggs.
Yeah.
And he brought in a potato gun
Oh.
and started, it's compressed air. So he's over there with the air compressor on, and he's just loading it up with eggs and just opening that valve.
Yeah, he would.
And just firing them. And the hard part is the boys asked if they could wear helmets, and
It takes away
I just
from
remember
the
Anthony said, "No,
experiment."
it's not the same. We've got to do this for science.
We
We gotta do it for
realistic,
science.
guys.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
you gotta
gotta
do
be
helmets.
Oh.
We're in
It's
a real world
unfortunate though
environment.
because of the power of the potato gun, the eggs just tend to shoot out like a shotgun with shrapnel, and it's just really painful.
Oh, that's nasty.
Yeah.
All right. Chris.
So special.
I missed the memo, but what's new in the formula for O&R? Wow, Chris. Great
was a little while
question.
ago.
That was a little while ago. O&R has, they've added some increased slickness, the ability to keep the blue stabilizing color agent more stable so it lasts longer when it's diluted. So yeah, that's kind of the thing.
That's the gist.
Slipperier. KC, G. Davis.
Oh, boy.
Andrew is it true KCX will soon introduce a line of products to address the questionable morals and low self-esteem?
Yes. We have a very proud heritage as a
Next
a German organization, and as a part of the Fresh Up for Men release and launch, we will be introducing. It's called Morality and Esteemity.
Wow.
Very nice.
I wonder what that smells like. That's
Now,
gotta
those
be
sound
good.
like fresh
Smells
up
like
for men.
pity.
That smells like pity.
Oh,
G.
boy.
Davis, in the spirit of Anthony's towel rip test, can we do the same with Dane to measure his limberness and also his lubricity?
I really don't want to know how you measure my lubricity.
Yeah. How often to apply motor blast, says Bait Addict? Just every time a full engine detail is required? Once every 6 months or yearly? Yeah, that's what we're basically saying. Yep. So Paragon saying, speaking of Pro Focus, will we see a KCX coating in the U.S. this year? We'll see.
I will see
Fingers-
one this year,
Fingers crossed. He hopes.
but
he'll
I don't
see
know
one.
if the sales channel will see one this year.
Okay.
Karen saying, I know GSF foam's better, but what cleans better, W4 citrus foam or GSF?
Different products.
Different, totally different.
So GSF, Green Star, / Active Foam would be a better comparison
Yep.
for
Okay.
that world. And of course, my vote, but
There you go.
but yeah, no, both that side an actual comparison to citrus foam. It's a good product. It's a good product.
Beta coming in hot says, can W4 citrus foam be left on the vehicle and used as an additional lubricant when washing, or does it need to be? No, so it can be used. You can wash with citrus foam. It's totally fine. But just I wouldn't do it in direct sunlight, and I wouldn't do it leisurely. Work fast. Karan Patel. Kieran says, also, I see a lot of people converting to the multiple towel mitt method. What are your thoughts, and is it superior to the 2-bucket wash? Yes, I will live and die by the sword of my 6
By the bucket.
Eagle 500s or 7, however many I have at the time, and a bucket of O&R with an O&R pre-spray, one towel at a time, multiple flips throughout the towel.
Okay.
I like it.
It is beyond safe.
Yeah.
Nice.
For me,
You can
it's
also do the
about
same thing.
time.
You can also do the same
I
thing
don't.
with soap.
I don't like filling up 2 buckets if I can help it. And I usually use 1 bucket for wheels and 1 bucket to wash. That's how I do it. So I like only having that. If I had to fill up 3 buckets, then it's wasting time for me. And like I said, my stuff is never dirty enough to really necessitate that. And like I said, I also know my limits of what I want and what I expect out of my car. So,
yeah, and I don't know. I don't get me wrong. I was raised on 2 buckets. Not raised. I was converted to 2 buckets, and I did 2 buckets religiously for many years. And I was obsessed. That was the only way, right? It was the only way to wash a car.
Yeah.
And then I was introduced to O&R, and I was introduced to other styles of washing.
And you also learned the science of the different products.
Science of the product, and I was introduced to different types of wash medias and different types of things. And once you start kind of combining all this knowledge, and then you start taking what's called a risk, right? The risk of trying it for yourself and seeing the results and kind of building to that comfort level, you'll get to that point to where you're confident in knowing that you're not going to be doing damage when you think that you might, you would have normally done it years ago or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Baydak says, also, TRC, I saw someone mention on YouTube comment that using N914 resulted in marring. I have yet to see someone use N914 on a corrected panel, wash it when it's dirty, and then inspect it. I couldn't care less if it's more slicked. It doesn't provide actual lubrication. Wait, what did he write? Hold on. Yeah, O&R is still the king for this. Has never, ever scratched. I think a lot of it, Bait, is just depends on what people are doing, with how they're washing, what they're doing, rinseless washing. Like I said, I hear guys that talk about N914 as the be-all, end-all.
There's like a degree of tribalism to all this stuff.
It's a good product, but I felt it still lacked, it was like 85% to what O&R is. I think if I look at O&R and I go, this is the standard. N914 came pretty dang close to doing everything that O&R does. There's something about O&R, and let's just say, who knows, it's a secret ingredient. Many rinseless washes cannot hit that, or they have to come at a different way chemically, which means they're a completely different chemical makeup of a rinseless wash.
Yeah, they're not.
So they're not like O&R at all.
More of a
they
soap.
might seem similar on paper, but when you actually use them, you can tell there's something different.
Mm-hmm. So that's at that point, I if it's gonna mar, it's probably gonna be the dirt. It's gonna be the towel media. It's gonna be the sponge. It's gonna be 10 other things. It's the encapsulation of the product. It's how the temperature was. It's how hot it was. It's what got rinsed off the car. There's a lot of stuff that
people
into
even
it.
when they're doing like these YouTube tests and stuff, they rarely have perfect control over the environment and all that stuff. There's all kinds of variables that introduce
could have been
themselves.
soft clear coat. Could have been a hot day.
I wouldn't want to throw it under the bus, but at the same time, we know that we love O&R and it's yet to do us wrong.
Yeah, and I'll say that N914 isn't bad.
No.
It's just, to me, I like O&R better. All right, he says 10 Minx towels with O&R and a pre-soak, otherwise regular microfiber mitt, or kamikaze wash sponge using the 2-bucket. No marring on black paint with either method. Do whatever works. Exactly.
Yeah.
Decon recently got a double twistress, and I love how much water it soaks up. I think I prefer it over the Pluffle that I have, but both are great towels. So looking forward to trying out the Gauntlet too soon. Yeah. And then Bait Addict idiot-proof method is a UBS and an O&R. Very easy to teach a beginner who just wants to learn. Exactly. That's why we do it that way.
Very simple.
Anthony, Mike B.
Mike B says, have you ever instantly regretted taking on a job? I have to detail a Ram 4500 excavating truck with no running water, not looking forward to it. Oh yeah, I would regret doing that all day long. Absolutely.
Gonna have
I will say O&R is your friend on that one for a lot of stuff, interior and outside.
How did you wind up accepting the job? If you
where you're just wiping it. You're just wiping.
There's a lot of wiping and a lot of towels.
A lot of wiping.
I suspect they don't care as much if you happen to accidentally scratch something, though.
No, like but I've done that with unideal things. Like remember when I told you that one job I went out to go do? It was a construction truck. The guy was giving it away, and he wanted to get it cleaned up before he gave it away to one of his lead guys. Right, it was a gift for him. But it was a big dually 2500 and
1 ton 3500.
It was it was massive. Yeah, it was 35. But it was a dually, and it was a huge truck. And I went out to this house, forgot the O&R.
Yeah.
Literally had no O&R.
Oh, no.
And I'm literally an hour and 15-minute drive out in the middle of BFE. And I had a quick detailer on me. I had some other stuff on me. I ended up making
Reminds me of some of the
a
Wash
very
Wednesdays
JV
we've done on the
version
road.
of a rinseless
Where we
wash.
didn't have the products we thought we'd have.
And I was just into that detail way longer than what I was hoping to be because I forgot a crucial product that I needed for the detail, and it sucked. But I mean, I got through it. But I regretted that for the money and for the time.
There you go.
That's the reason he
15
took
trucks
the
and I
job.
have a wedding to pay for. There you go, Mike. Well, good luck, man.
Well, hopefully that's the
And
worst
congrats.
truck, and
Yeah.
the others are better.
Yeah.
Let's hope for your
Dabbler Detail saying if there was only a how-to for one bucket washes. Nice.
Only.
sake. If only.
Peter Brookins saying, I just tried my first Koch Chemie product, Polestar. It was a great experience and great product. Thanks, Andrew and the TRC team. Looking
you.
forward to trying more
Nice.
products. Thanks, Peter.
Excellent.
Thanks, Peter.
G. Davis, question for Anthony. What product would you recommend to clean a Western omelet from a car grill and airbox?
Huh.
Oh, my.
A Western omelet in the car grill and airbox. So typically, you're going to want to use probably a Detail Factory brush, right? Maybe something like a boar's hair bristle,
Yeah.
bristle brush, something like that.
Yeah, something like those. Be great.
It's just that the problem is it just depends on how much ham is actually in the omelet. Right?
I felt like this was an advanced version of the egg talk we had earlier, except now it's cooked eggs.
yeah,
yeah.
it is. Cooked eggs.
Yeah,
Delicious.
I would hate.
I would use a fork personally.
Well, but
Oh,
problem,
I
okay,
use that
so
Western omelet.
here's
And
the-
some
5-second
whole
rule.
wheat
Are you
toast.
taking a bite of that omelet?
I
as you're
am, but I'm
pulling it
also
out?
using some whole wheat toast as like a platter to scrape some of that egg onto, then I can eat
It's
it.
can
not
only
the
imagine
omelet
the
that's
things
going to
that's
get you.
getting mixed
It's a
with.
matter of if there's any chives that get caught in the kind of the tighter crevices
Like-
of the grill.
Chives, insects,
Oh, boy.
it tastes the same. So,
Oh, boy.
Decon saying, has anyone tried the Hawk Pro detailing video, seen it, where he uses H9 residue, then goes straight to M3 without wiping off? I've tried the method and thought it worked well. Didn't know if you've all tried it.
Have you tried it?
He's basically, I've tried it. It works
yeah?
okay. It's basically taking like what we do with Last Cut or what
Yeah.
we do with
Like Last Cut and
the
Hyper
Optimum,
Polish version
or
of-
with the
okay, yeah.
Optimum series, where
Yeah.
he's using that same technique, where we're kind of mixing products to kind of create that middle step.
Okay, I got you.
So that
Yeah.
you're able
Yeah.
to remove stuff. So he's
Yeah.
going on with a heavier cut, and then he's stepping it down, but
Yeah.
using the residue.
Yeah, no, we do that.
You just
all
got to
the
clean
time.
your
Help a little
pads. That's
more,
the
yeah.
biggest thing. But
Yeah,
that's
I
how
just do it
Anthony
all
and I
the time.
normally polish. So,
Yeah.
CJ Byrne, does the Legend coating retain inspiration scratch resistance?
It
Yes.
does. Yes, it's thick stuff.
Bait Addict, would you guys be able to do an ASMR Saturday of Dane taking his Jag to the tunnel wash? That would be great. I would actually love that.
I feel
We
like
should
I
do
just
that.
saw Jason Autonis on Chicago Auto Pros do a video where he drove through a car wash.
He did,
recently.
but we should do one of just your satisfied Saturdays.
Okay.
The
I just
car
don't want
going
him thinking
through
the car
tunnel
wash.
No,
or something.
we'll have a headlight cam, and his headlight fills up like a fishbowl, and we're just like, no.
Just put a 360 cam in the car. We're good.
I noticed I enjoy doing decon seal details over multi-step corrections. The coatings also correction coating job makes more money. It's more stressful and taxing. Yeah. Since I do it on the side, spending my entire weekend on a car definitely makes me feel burnt on my regular day job. Much nicer to knock out a car in 2 hours. That's why I do what I do. So Betac, that's what I do. I basically only pick cars that I know are easy to do, and I do one car over those 2 days. And I'm also very fast with what I do. So 4 hours is that's my kind of, I try to only spend about 4 hours on a car. So Kia Possessor, doesn't Koch also make a body wash? Yes.
do.
Oh, and then G Davis says the best omelet cleaning idea wins Grandambassador,
Hambassador of the year.
That's a great idea.
Oh, tons.
And then Betac, thanks guys. Have an awesome weekend. Thank you, Andrew, for the wealth of knowledge as always, as well as
appreciate
TRC Smart Surface KCX baiters.
Awesome.
All right.
All right, guys. So thank you so much to all those of you who watch, whether you're on
Yep.
Facebook, you're on YouTube, you're on Twitch, anywhere. We really appreciate it. And we hope if you've been here enough times that you have already subscribed. But if you haven't, please take this moment, go down, click on the red button, click subscribe. And that way more people know, hey,
Yep.
this is a channel worth listening to, worth
Yeah.
watching. And we appreciate it.
Also,
every
get
time.
ready because we've got apparently an even bigger brush truck hanging out outside.
What?
That's bigger than the red truck that we put on our stories this morning. So
Wow.
we're gonna go look at it.
Maybe
and,
we'll go on
you'll probably see
Instagram
it on
Live.
our stories. Check it out next.
Maybe.
All right, guys.
guys, see
Thanks.
ya.
We'll see you.
Yeah.